A rainy Morgantown, Kentucky is the host of the final tune-up before district play begins next week, and it is a rivalry matchup as Grayson County takes on Butler County here from Bear Stadium. The last time they were here, it was Butler County that came away with a win against Grayson County, but tonight it's the Cougs that will look to win two straight. And a good evening and welcome here to it was rainy, and it's going to be rainy, Butler County High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. Sam Gormley here with you as this is the Locker Room Show brought to you by Hometown Hangout. Just me tonight, and today, Grayson County and Butler County. Listen, it doesn't matter what sport it is. It might not quite be at that Edmonson County level, but it's that next tier down. And as we talk with Coach Jones a lot, depending on what side of the county you live on, this is the game you want to win more than anything. Looking at these two teams, Grayson County enters with a record of 2-1. As they were opening up district play last week, they bounced back 14-6 win against McLean County to snap McLean County's 10-game home winning streak last week. The Cougars have not beaten the Bears in back-to-back games since 2009 to 2010. And it is Friday the 13th. Grayson County 4-6 all time, but have won their last two, including last year against Seneca, which was a district championship. Butler County enters with an 0-3 record following losses to Logan, Webster, and Warren Central to start the season. They're looking to avoid their first 0-4 start since 2018 when they went winless. They do have a new head coach, Josh Robbins. Comes from Todd County Central, where he spent 4 seasons. He also was the coach at Fort Campbell when he played Grayson County, ironically enough, also on Friday the 13th. Coming up in our Locker Room Show, we'll introduce you to both the Cougars and the Bears, talk to the head man himself, Brian Jones, and I guess I'll have keys to the game? I don't know. We'll have to find it out here and hope that the rain holds off. This is Cougar Football on
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School. Grayson County and Butler County about ready to roll here as we are probably about 27 minutes away from kickoff. Sam Gormley here with you as we welcome you into the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show. Butler County, the opponent today, and the Bears 0-3 on the season, but they've been in all 3 of their losses this year. And you know the old saying and the old kind of joke is play here, play there. And Week 1 got away from them against Logan County, but the past 2 weeks they blew a big lead against Webster County. They were winning 26-11 at the half 2 weeks ago. And then last week they were down and came back and, just ran out of time. Garrett Phelps is their starting quarterback as he is 34 of 63 for 486 yards, 6 touchdowns, and an interception. He is also their team's leading rusher, 37 carries for 347 yards and a pair of touchdowns. He is a 3-year starter and has passed for over 2,600 yards in his career. He has a lot of experience in a rivalry game like this. Lonnie Phelps has 24 carries for 209 yards for the Bears, so you've got the Phelpses in the backfield that you're going to have to keep an eye on as this game goes along. Kellen Meredith is the leading receiver. Trevor DeWeese and Clayton DeWeese are right behind him. You might recognize those two names from the basketball court. Kanan Vincent also has 3 receptions for 34 yards, but Kellen Meredith is far and away the favorite target. He has 13 catches for 193 yards and a trio of touchdowns for the Bears this year. The offense, 17.7 points per contest this year, but they've had scoreless halves in each of their first 3 games. Logan County, it was the second half. Webster County, it was the second half. And it was the first half last week. Does that mean anything? I don't know. We'll find out. Scoring defense is allowing over 30 points a game. Rush defense, 188.7 per game on the ground so far. Pass defense, if you look at it statistically, it'll say only 142 yards per game through the air. But Webster County 2 weeks ago, they don't pass. I think they had 2 attempts passing and it was incomplete. So that's 0 yards. So really, if you take Warren Central and Logan County, they're averaging over 200 yards per game. Kevin Robbins is their leading tackler. Grayson County had the big win last week against McLean County. Take a break, introduce you to them after this, as this is Cougar Football on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are about to take on the Bears of Butler County. A little over 20 minutes to kick off. Sam Gormley with you here as this is the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show. Remember to stop in on your way to games, like next week when Grayson County's back at home against Moore. Hometown Hangout has they've got great happy hour specials for you on the way to the game, and also they play the games for you on Friday evenings, so you can stop in, watch the game on the big screen, and you might even see my big face on the big screen. Hopefully the TV doesn't break when that happens. Colby Chafin's starting quarterback for this Grayson County team, 23 of 39 on the season, 354 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. You saw the Cougars air it out a little bit more last week. He's also rushed for 112 yards and a touchdown. Caden Hanshaw, 46 carries for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Orange and Blue this year. You're waiting for Caden to have that really big game. And last year it was against Butler County, where he rushed for 219 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Bears last year. When there's weather potentially coming in, You're going to turn to that run game, and you're lucky that you have a bell cow like Caden Hanshaw and hope that that will be the case this year, that they can rely on him. Ethan Mudd, as well as one of the power backs, has 18 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown. Grayson Chaffins has had a couple of big weeks in a row. 15 catches for 200 yards and a touchdown. He was our hometown hangout MVP after last week's game. Just a stellar performance for Grayson. Nearly 100 yards receiving. He was a guy that they absolutely could rely on at any moment to go to. When the game is on the line, you want to turn to one of your seniors, and Grayson Chaffins is a guy that this Cougar team can turn to if the opportunity is needed. Jet Hawkins, 3 catches for 86 yards. Shane Hall had the big touchdown in Week 1 against Edmonson County. The scoring offense started off really good. 19 points per game this season, but only 20 in the last 2 games. That's going to have to, or I guess 22 in the last 2 games. That's going to have to get better, and that's going to start with the red zone. This year, Grayson County only 5 of 9 in the red zone. 55% on touchdowns. That's just not going to win you a lot of close football games. And the hope is that you improve upon that, and hey, good things are going to happen for Grayson County, especially once you get into district play that will begin next week as Grayson County welcomes the Moore Mustangs to town. Scoring defense, though, is when you're not capitalizing necessarily in the red zone on offense, you want to rely on your defense, and the defense has been, yet again, really good. 5.3 points per game. It is their fewest points allowed through 3 games since 2020, which was the first year of the Brian Jones tenure here at Grayson County. 125 yards on the ground, 62.7 through the air. And the biggest thing with this defense, and you saw it a lot last week, is that they're doing the good old, we're going to bend, we're going to give up yards, but we're not going to give up points. And in the end, it doesn't matter if you give up, if this Grayson County offense gives or defense gives up 700 yards a game. If you're giving up 6 points a game, or 5.5 is what it is coming into today's game, you're going to win a lot of football games. The bending but not breaking could really help out this Grayson team long term, especially because most high school teams, not like they're going to trot out a great kicker. I mean, Grayson County's got a good one in Evan Hasty, but he's still 0 for 2 on field goals. It's not every day that you have a kicker at the high school level that you can rely on to kick field goals, so you're going to force them to go for it on 4th down. This defense continues to trend in a positive direction, and they're going to have a tall task against a Butler County team that has big play written all over it with Garrett Phelps and Lonnie Phelps in the backfield. That is a great duo and something Grayson County is going to have to find a way to slow down as this game goes along. Cougars are coached by Brian Jones, former head coach at Todd County Central. He's going up against Josh Robbins, former head coach at Todd County Central. Little storyline here into this. Of course, Grayson County faced Josh Robbins back, ironically enough, 5 years ago today on Friday the 13th as they were down at Fort Campbell. Cougars came away with a thrilling 22-14 victory that night against Josh Robbins. Brian Jones, the head coach of the Cougs. Take a break. Talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Cougar football on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Thanks. Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities, in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined now by Coach Brian Jones from the Grayson County Cougars. Coach, big win against McLean County last week, 14-6. When you went back and watched it, what'd you like?
Yeah, I think I like the ability for our guys to make some adjustments in game, especially defensively. I felt like early, they were hitting us with some pretty solid gains, and we were able to make some adjustments and I think slowed them down and, of course, not give up any more points, which is, they score on their first possession, never score again. So anytime you hold a team that's offensively as good as they are to 6 points and probably – 40 minutes or so scoreless. I think that's pretty impressive.
You are now in your 10th year as a head coach, obviously in two different stints. Ironically enough, Todd County Central, who Josh Robbins also is. It's like the Todd County. Is it 11? Okay, well, 11, 10, I can't count. It's Friday. But what I've always am interested in is how you've evolved, not necessarily as a coach, but in your preparation each and every week. Me as a broadcaster, I know on Mondays I do this, Tuesdays I do this, Wednesdays I do this. What is your routine every week?
Same thing. We try to stick to the same old. And I will say, early on in my career, I brought my teams in and we lifted on Saturdays and had meetings and did some different things like that. Of course, COVID, I think, changed a lot of things and probably opened some eyes to some things could be done differently. And, we don't bring the kids in on the weekends anymore. And Mondays is kind of our walkthrough, or a lot of people have walkthroughs on Thursdays. We have more of a walkthrough on Monday as a preparation for our new opponent, go over kind of some game plan things, some checks. And then, Tuesday, Wednesday, we call it our heavy work days, and we're trying to get after it. And we want to be physical, and, we beat and bang on one another and those kind of things. And then Thursday, unlike probably most teams, we're in full gear. It's not a full practice, but we want to be full speed. And so that's, I think, something that's probably somewhat unique to us because, most people are in shirt and shorts and a helmet maybe on Thursdays and walking through things. And we're still going full speed. We're just cutting out a lot of the individual time and some different things like that and make sure we cover all our special teams, offense, defense, that kind of stuff, and try to run it kind of similar to a game. We go from kickoff return to offense and from defense to maybe punt return into offense. And so we try to chain things together similarly how they may happen in a game. And sometimes we may simulate, somebody's injured and we got to have their backup. And, so we try to make Thursdays as game-like as we can, cover some scenarios and those kind of things. But I think routine is good. And I hate the couple of times a year when routine gets broken, whether that's we're not in school and you change in practice time or different things like that. And we're going to face that in a few weeks. We don't have school the Friday leading into fall break, but we have a game that day. And, that's one of those things where the routine will be different. And, we'll have to do a good job of preparing for that.
One of the things I know you've mentioned the last couple of weeks that your team needs to get better at, and you even took it on yourself as well, is efficiency in the red zone. How do you get better at that?
Well, one, I think I've looked back at some things, and I don't think I've called the best plays. But two, I think we, in years past, we've always been able to line up and run some power football, get downhill, get some big guys up front, and own the line of scrimmage. And that hasn't quite been our identity yet this season, and something I think that we're trying to build towards is some power run game, and something we've worked on this week. And so if we could line up and get in the power eye or, one of our other power sets and run right at somebody, I really think that could help us in the red zone.
Butler County, when you look at them, they have struggled at times with consistency this year. In their first 3 games, they've gone a half scoreless in all 3 of those games. When you know that as an opposing coach, are there things you can do to exploit a team that struggles with consistency?
I don't know, because I think on the flip side of that, they've been pretty explosive. I don't know that you can exploit, the inconsistency part. And, I think if we hit them early and often, you may force some inconsistencies on their part by them trying to stretch and reach for some things to stay in a ball game or something along those lines. But, most of this week they've been preparing for this to be their homecoming game. It's a rivalry game. I would err on the side of we need to be on the lookout for the explosive plays and minimize those rather than hope that they're going to have a half that's scoreless. I think this will be a game they play pretty juiced up and looking for a win. They're getting ready to get into a real difficult part of their schedule in their district games, and there may not be many wins out there for them. And I would surely think that they probably think we're one of them. So I'm not looking for the inconsistencies as much as I want to minimize, their big plays and kind of make them drive the field on us and things like that, and for us to finish drives.
How do you move the ball against that defense?
Well, I think, there's some different things that we can do. It's several weeks in a row now that we've seen that 4-4 cover 3 kind of look. So, we should be ready. Now they do some things differently. They give us double 3s and might give us some double 1s and do some things there that we're going to have to be ready for their front to be a little different than typical. But I think, I like our matchups as far as our line against their line and our skill against their skill. So I think take care of the ball, protect the ball, win the line of scrimmage, and we'll be okay.
Grayson County's not beaten Butler County back-to-back years since Hunter Geary was the quarterback back in 2009-2010. How do you make Colby Chaffins in that scenario here today and beat them for the second straight year?
Well, I think, we've got to continue to play our game, not get caught up in the riff-raff of the week of being their proposed homecoming date and that kind of stuff, but just play our game, control line of scrimmage, win the turnover margin, and then I think we will have a good shot come fourth quarter.
Coach, good luck. More comes up in the locker room show after this. So I guess is it an extended half?
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living up to your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full potential. Unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind,
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Morgantown. Grayson County and Butler County just about ready to roll here as this is our Hometown Hangout locker room show. Remember to stop into Hometown Hangout on your way to and from games. Tonight's a game here if you're at the stadium listening. that you could easily, on your way home and getting back into town, as long as we don't have any delays and the L word happens. Looking at you, Roger Lush. Don't you dare say it in the comment section. The L word, as long as we don't have that, you could go in there and have yourself a nice meal, hopefully celebrating a big Cougar win. I guess I can give a couple of keys to the game. This is not usually my job, but I think for Grayson County, you want to get off to a good start here and establish the run. The run has not necessarily been a huge strength of this. You heard Coach Jones talk about it, especially when it comes to the red zone. You want to be able to pound the ball down the middle, and good things will usually happen after that. As it looks like they're doing the coin toss on the field, we'll let you know who wins it and have all the play-by-play from Grayson County and Butler County coming up next here on K105.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Town, Kentucky for tonight's rival matchup here between the Bears of Butler County and the Cougars of Grayson County. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. Give a shout out to Ken Hallett. He had to attend a funeral for a death in his family. We send our best to Ken. He will be back in a couple of weeks. Next week we have a special guest that will be joining us for some color analyst work. So today you're stuck with just me today. The rain at this moment has stopped, but it looked like at least the radar we could have more as this game gets along. Grayson County won the toss. They want the football as it's time for football in Morgantown. The Bears will be kicking from left to right, and we are underway as they'll kick it to the far side of the field, and it is going to go out of bounds. Jet Hawkins watches it bounce to the 15-yard line, trot out of bounds, and Grayson County can get good field position here for their first offensive possession of the game. Colby Chaffins will trot out 23 of 39 on the season, 354 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pair of interceptions. You got the bell cow, Caden Hanshaw. Last year against Butler County was incredible. 219 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Bears in the game last season. Grayson will get it on their own 35-yard line to open us up here. They will be working from right to left on your radio dial, wearing the orange pants, white tops, and the navy blue helmets. They're going to spread it wide, 5 wide. Colby Chaffins, the senior starting quarterback, will go in the shotgun formation. You got the triangle formation down here to the near side. Hanshaw moves in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Chaffins looking downfield. All day to throw. He's hit as he throws, throwing up the seam. It's incomplete. Intended for Grayson Chaffins, throwing it into double coverage. The ball was tipped, though, by Felix Francisco for Butler County, and it'll fall incomplete. Colby Chaffins had all day to throw, and it does fall incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Cougars, placed on their own 35-yard line here on the near hash. It'll be interesting to see if Grayson County does try to go to the air early today. When we were looking at the forecast a little bit before kickoff, rain was coming potentially around 8:30. Pair running backs in the backfield for Chaffins. Mudd to his right, Hanshaw to his left side. Hawkins pops into motion. They'll give it on a sweep play, far side to Hanshaw. He makes breaks a tackle in the backfield as he gets outside the numbers far side. It's up across the 40-yard line, and he's finally brought down near the first down marker, and it is going to be enough to move the chains for a first down. Grayson County pickup of exactly, well, they are going to move the chains. First down, Grayson County. Now bring up first down and 10. Good to see Hanshaw have an early positive yardage on his first run of the game. First down and 10. 2 on each side. Hanshaw to the left of Colby Chaffins. Butler County showing blitz up the middle. High snap, corralled by Chaffins. He keeps it on the read option and pays the price for it. As up the middle, Lonnie Phelps makes contact and drops Chaffins for a loss of 6 yards. We've talked a lot about, and we have a timeout taken by Grayson County. Brian Jones takes the timeout 1 minute into the game. Clearly something happened on that play that they had been talking about a lot in practice this week, because Chaffins, even if he didn't keep the ball and handed it off to Hanshaw probably would have been dropped for a loss as well. Butler County, a little bit of film I watched, they do like to bring pressure, especially up the middle, and that's exactly what they did on that play. Sam Gormley here with you on the call today. We'll try to see if we can't find a score update or two to bring you from around the region as we roll on here today. There's not a lot going on as we're only just a couple of minutes in. So I'll try to do a scroll through here. Warren East up early on Warren Central, 7-0, about 30 seconds into the game. End of the first quarter, no score between LaRue County and Taylor County. Meade County leads Central Hardin 14-0. Those are a couple of the scores from around the region. Out of the timeout, Grayson County has it. Second down and 16. Chaffins, 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws over the middle, caught, wide open. Ethan Mudd as he crosses the 40-yard line. Blocker in front of him as he bounces it outside the numbers to the 20, and he's brought down near about the 12-yard line. Huge gain for Ethan Mudd all the way down to the 12-yard line of nearly 50 yards. 49 exactly on the play. A deep one over the middle. Ethan Mudd was wide open. Grayson County will have it first down and 10, placed. Actually, it is 50 yards. In fact, it's 51 as it's down to the 10. First down and goal for Grayson County. Second longest pass play of the season and the second longest play of the season for Grayson County. Ball placed to the far hash. On right up the middle, kept by Chaffins. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Grayson County. On the keeper, Colby Chaffins takes it right up the middle. Brian Jones calls a timeout, and immediately 2 big plays end up in 61 yards and a touchdown for Grayson County. 10-yard rushing touchdown for the quarterback, Colby Chaffins. His second rushing touchdown of the season. And the Cougars lead 6-0. 10:28 left here in the first quarter. And they go with this gate formation. And they're going to go for two. Chaffins up the middle. Grayson Chaffins is in for a 2-point conversion. And the Cougars lead 8-0. About 90 seconds into the game. This is Cougar football on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Great start for Grayson County as they have a 8-0 lead after a rushing touchdown by Colby Chaffins from 10 yards out, his second of the season. And that was after Colby had a 50-yard pass up the middle to Ethan Mudd. Evan Hasty back to kick now for Grayson County. As it'll go from right to left on the radio dial. Booming end-over-end kick. It's going to be caught back at about the 10-yard line, backpedaling up the near sideline to the 20, 25, 30, breaking through. Blockers in front to the 40, and shoved out of bounds is DeWeese. That is Clayton DeWeese as he gets it up to the 50-yard line, a 40-yard return for Butler County. Clayton DeWeese on the big return. 10:21 left here in this first quarter, and tell you, as this game gets started, maybe we're in for a little bit of a shootout here today in Morgantown. Officially, the ball will go to the 49-yard line, so it'll only go to 39 yards on the return for DeWeese. Senior quarterback Garrett Phelps passed for just shy of 500 yards, and he's rushed for a ton as well. He has Lonnie Phelps in the backfield with him. So Garrett Phelps and Lonnie Phelps. Garrett Phelps to pass, rolls out far side. He dumps it, and it is caught. Breaking a tackle as he gets across the 40-yard line is Clayton DeWeese. And he's down to the 37 before being brought down on the far sideline by Jimmy Lear for Grayson County. Gain of 15 yards and a first down for Butler County. The Bears are not afraid to pass. They're averaging 162 yards a game through the air and 199 on the ground. Their biggest story has been some turnovers and then stalling in halves. We'll talk more about that after this play. It's Phelps up the middle. Lonnie Phelps on the run as he crosses the 30-yard line before being bottled up by the Grayson County defense. And it's pickup of about 2 yards down to the 34. Maddox Anderson in on the tackle for Grayson County. Second and 8, but Butler County in their first 3 games, in the first game, they didn't score in the second half. In their second game, they didn't score in the second half. In their third game, they didn't score in the first half. Phelps to pass, and he's going to scramble now up the far sideline and a whole lot of green space as he crosses the 30 before sidestepping out of bounds inside the 20-yard line down to about the 15. That play broke down, and Phelps immediately scrambled and picks up 19 yards and a first down for Butler County. First down and 10 from the 15. Not a good start for this Grayson County defense. Very similar to last week where the first drive was the only points they allowed against McLean. Phelps, screen pass, dumps it off to Kellen Meredith down the near side as he crosses the 15, gets down to the 10, and he's drugged down near about the 7-yard line. Caleb Hoobery in on the tackle for Grayson County. It goes down to the 6, 9 yards, and Butler County is carving up this Grayson County defense. From 2nd down and 1 from the 6. Three down here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Phelps, direct quarterback draw up the middle. Grayson County was ready for it, and he's dropped immediately. No gain on the play. Blitzer came across the far side for Grayson County. Tristan Brooks in on the tackle, though, for the Cougars. And it is no gain. 3rd down and 1. Probable 4-down territory for the Bears of Butler County, who are looking for their first win of the season. They've not started 0-4 since 2018. That year they didn't win a game. Garrett Phelps has Lonnie Phelps to his left. 2 wide receivers on each side. Claps his hands off to Lonnie Phelps, and he's dropped immediately. No gain on the play. Ethan Mudd breaks through to drop him for no gain. 4th down and 1 coming up. Will the Bears keep the offense on the field? And no thought at all from Josh Robbins. He's going for it. Robbins in his first year as the head coach of the Bears, looking for win number 1. He's been the head coach at Fort Campbell and Todd County Central. Trips to the left side, 1 down here to the near side. Phelps rolls out to the far side. It's a direct quarterback run. He's got the first down. Moore down to the 5-yard line, near the goal line. That'll move the chains. 1st down, Butler County down to the 1. Direct quarterback run. Phelps is very quick, and when he bounces it outside, Grayson County's probably going to have a spy on him all game, and if there was a spy, he had no shot. Bring up 1st down and goal from the 1. Lonnie Phelps to the right of Garrett Phelps. Phelps rolls out, looking to pass. Now he'll throw it wide open. Actually, 2 players fight over it, and because of that, it's going to be incomplete. And that's honestly a really good call. The 2 players were fighting over the ball in the end zone for Butler County. Both, it was Clayton DeWeese and Kanan Vincent were fighting over the ball, and because of it, neither one had possession. It is incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 1. And when they go back and watch film, I'm going to say, listen, somebody's just got to call it and catch the ball, because if one of them would have caught it, it would have been a touchdown. Run up the middle for Lonnie Phelps, and he's stuck right beyond the goal line. Touchdown, Butler County. Lonnie Phelps from 1 yard out makes it 8-6. .7:02 left first quarter, and we could be in for a shootout. Let's see if the Bears will go for 2. Appears that they're going to go and kick it. Braden McKinney, 3 of 3 on PATs this season, will be back to kick. Garrett Phelps is the holder. Wouldn't imagine this would be where you try and do a fake PAT, but the quarterback is the holder. High snap, corralled. Kick is long enough. Looks like it's wide left, and it is. 8-6 is the Grayson County lead with 7:02 left here in this first quarter of play, and wow. We could be in for a treat already in this contest. As Grayson County went down the field and scored, and Butler County went down the field and scored. Rivalry football, and both of these teams are probably keeping a close eye on the impending weather that could be coming. Try to see if we can't find a score or two as we look here and wait for the 2 teams to retake the field, as it is 8-6. Grayson County leads by 2. No score early between McLean County and Hancock County. Big rivalry game there. Greenwood leads Logan County 7-3. Taylor County leads LaRue County 7-0. Warren East leads Warren Central early in the first quarter 13-0. Those are a couple of the scores from around the region. we'll keep you updated. I know that big Hancock-McLean game is a big rivalry, and that is a district game as well. So you have a couple big rivalries in the docket. You also have Owensboro Catholic that'll be playing today. So you got a lot of really good rivalries today. McLean Hancock, Grayson Butler, and Owensboro Catholic. Grayson County will receive the kick as they lead 8-6, 7:02 left first quarter. McKinney lets it fly. They go far side again, and I think we're going to have this blown dead because of a false start on Butler County. You don't always see the false start on the kickoff. At least I heard the whistles. I didn't actually see the flag come out. They're moving backwards, so it is going to be on Butler County. I mean, it'd have to be or they wouldn't have blown the play dead. Well, they actually didn't move the ball back because I guess they just weren't ready. The officials weren't. And the kick went out of bounds regardless, so we'll just do the same thing again. Braden McKinney, his 2 kicks he's had today, has gone to the far side to Jet Hawkins. Jet Hawkins did have a little bit of issues grabbing the ball last week. This time they'll go near side, and it's a booming kick over the head and into the end zone. Grayson Chaffins is going to watch it fly, and McKinney put a charge into that. Grayson County's going to have the ball on their own 20-yard line. 7:02 left first quarter. Grayson County did it through the air, but also had some good positive runs with Caden Hanshaw as well. Colby Chaffins finished off their last drive, though, with a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Ball placed in their own 20. And the big 50-yard completion up the seam to Ethan Mudd. Grayson County will have 2 running backs in the backfield, joining the senior Colby Chaffins, 1 on each side. Butler County showing blitz up the middle. They will rush 5. Pitch, far side, Hanshaw breaks 1 tackle, not going to get away from the second as he gets up to the 25. That's still a 5-yard pickup. Butler County being very aggressive with the blitz early on. You're seeing a lot of Lonnie Phelps coming from that linebacker position, and that's where Grayson County, one of the things that they're very good at, and they will do a lot, is the screen. And how you beat the blitz is run the screen, and that'll stop teams from blitzing. 2nd and 5, 6:25 left first quarter, 8-6. Grayson County has the advantage. Butler showing blitz again, Lonnie Phelps. Kept up the middle by Chaffins as he crosses the 30-yard line and runs over tacklers, getting up to the 35. 10 yards on the run for Colby Chaffins. Good decision to keep. And it was after Chaffins, there had to have been a blown assignment or something back on that opening drive. It was so bad that Brian Jones took a timeout. Next play, 50-yard pass down the field. 8-6, Grayson leads by a deuce. Both teams scored touchdowns on their opening drive. I'll go in the eye for the first time. Hawkins to the near side, Chaffins to the right side. Extra blocker on the right side of the offensive line is Camden Cornwell. Hanshaw the deep back. Chaffins will snap. He'll keep it himself as it's triple option down to the near side. Crosses the 40. Breaks a tackle as he's up across the 45 to the 50. Outside the numbers as he's brought down near the 40-yard line. A little extra pushing and shoving as well after the play. Colby Chaffins carries it down to the 39-yard line. Big gain for Chaffins. You can give him 26 yards on the run for Colby Chaffins down to the 39. He got a little extra love tap from his opposing starting quarterback, Garrett Phelps, after the play. This is a rivalry game, and it might have been nothing more than a pat on the back, like good run. 8-6, Grayson has the advantage under 5 left first quarter. 2 to the right side, 1 to the near side. It is Grayson Chaffins. And the gun is Colby Chaffins. Butler showing blitz again. Give it to Hanshaw. Bounce it out right side across the 35-30. Inside the numbers to the 25 and down to about the 21. The Grayson County rushing attack is carving up the Bears as it's down to the 21-yard line, 18 yards on the run for Caden Hanshaw. First down and 10, Grayson County. We could be in for a shootout today. But again, last week I kind of thought we were in for a shootout at the start of that game because Grayson County was up 7-6, and then we really had no offense again. Grayson County had the one touchdown in the second quarter, but it was a defensive showdown from that point on. Trips to the right side, one to the near side. First down and 10, Bears showing blitz again. Showing screen, far side, caught by Chaffins up the far sideline. Inside the 10-yard line goes Colby Chaffins. It looks like even down to about the 9 is Grayson Chaffins, rather. You can give him about 12 yards on the little screen. And we touched on it just a few moments ago. In fact, down to the 8, so it's 13. We touched on it a few moments ago. How you beat the blitz. It was with plays like that. That's going to force Butler County to drop back, and that's when you can pound them again with a run. Chaffins and Mudd, extra blockers on the left side of the line. Colby Chaffins' Hanshaw to his right. It's actually I think it was a trick play there for Grayson. Play is blown dead, and it's a false start called on Grayson County. Moving it back to the 13. Be first down and goal from the 13 for Grayson. Looks like Tristan Brooks might have been the guilty party. He's been being pulled off the field, and that's usually a good sign that you were the one that jumped off. First down and goal from the 13. Hanshaw to the left. Trips down here near side, 3 minutes left. First quarter of play, and another whistle is blown. And we're going to have a delay a game called against Grayson County. They're moving the wrong way here on this drive after a lot of positivity. You're turning first down and goal from the 8 now into first down and goal from the 18. Looks like they're going to stick with the same play. Breaking the huddle in a hurry this time. 1 right, 3 near side. Again, the Bears showing blitz. They're going to back off now. Kept by Chaffins up the middle. He can't break away from the arm tackle of Kevin Robbins. And looks like no gain. Maybe a gain of 1 if they're feeling generous. And they are. Down to the 17-yard line. Second down and goal from the 17 for Grayson. Under 2.5 left first quarter. Grayson County leads Butler County 8-6 here from Morgantown. Mudd, Hawkins, Chaffins to the right side, Hall down to the near side. Hanshaw to the left of Colby Chaffins. This might be a screen time. Chaffins setting up the screen, and it is a tunnel screen. Grayson Chaffins can't break out of the tackle as it's down to the 15-yard line. Give him about 2. Nice tackle on the play by Kellen Meredith. The Bears read the play perfectly on that tunnel screen. Bring up third down and 15 now for Grayson County. I'll be interested to see what you do here. You're really not in 4-down territory because you have Evan Hasty, who's been a really good kicker for Grayson. You'd probably give him a chance unless you get probably within the 5. At least that's probably what I would do. And that's why I'm sitting up here, not on the sideline. 2 down here to the near side, a pair of running backs. Hanshaw to the right, Mudd to the left. Jed Hawkins shifts in motion. It's kept by Chaffins, dumps it off to the far side to Mudd, makes one man miss down to the 10-yard line. And might have gotten down to the 9. Mudd tried to, I think, get a little too cute. He gets it down to the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup. 4th down and goal from the 9. Will they send Evan Hasty on the field to attempt the field goal? It appears that they will. Evan Hasty 0 of 2 on field goals, and it hasn't been from length. He's got a great leg. This would be to put Grayson County up 11-6 as we close to the end of the first quarter. Good snap, good hold. The whistle is blown before the play. I believe it's good. No, it's no good, but a whistle blown before the play. False start called on Grayson County. Well, tell you, whoever jumped false start might have given Evan Hasty a free chance there because he missed it, said our officials. The officials said it was no good underneath. It looked good from our vantage point, but both the officials said it was no good from underneath. Here we go. They're going to give Hasty another attempt here. This will now be from 31 for Evan Hasty, the right-footed kicker. 0 of 2 on the season. Good snap, good hold. It is long enough, and it is good. 31-yard field goal put in by Evan Hasty. His first career field goal made, and Grayson County leads 11-6. With 21.3 left in the first quarter. How about Evan Hasty? He is turning into quite the weapon for this Grayson County football team. And you never know when, you saw it 2 weeks ago when we were down in Benton. He had a chance to win the game that way. .3 on the clock while they shift sides here. We'll do it. And that's the thing with Evan Hasty, too. He kicks that thing up in the clouds. I'm not sure if he's doing one of those weather balloons. Check and see when the rain's coming. Central Hardin trails Meade County 17-10, inching closer towards halftime there. Boyle County leads Scott County 21-12. Mayfield and McCracken tied at 7 in the first quarter. Let's see what else we can do here. Pikeville leads Raceland at the half 6-0. And that appears to be most of the scores. We have Highlands leads Ryle 21-14 early third quarter there. That's a big game happening in the Northern Kentucky area. Evan Hasty to kick. 21.3 on the clock first quarter. A shorter kick far side. Is it going to stay in bounds? It will not. It's going to go out of bounds. Butler County going to have good field position here on their own 35-yard line. They carved up the Grayson County defense last time. Took them only 9 plays. And that was after it took them only 4 to get down to the 6. The Grayson County defense did a really good job until they just ran out of room. First down and 10. From their own 35-yard line, they're going to place it on the near hash. Garrett Phelps and Lonnie Phelps in the backfield. Primarily it was the leg and the run game last time. Garrett Phelps to pass, rolls out far side. He throws over the middle, it's caught, wide open, up the far sideline goes to Weiss. Blocker in front of him as he's across the 30, 25, 20, and he's brought down out of bounds. An awkward tackle as he's brought down at about the 20-yard line. Huge gain for Butler County of 45 yards. A 45-yard gain for Butler County will bring it up to be first down and 10 now for the 20-yard line. And Clayton DeWeese was wide open on the play, and the Grayson County defense, not the start they wanted. Butler County can snap it one more time if they want to. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they will not. The end of the first quarter of play. It's Grayson County 11, Butler County 6. This is Cougar football on K105.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
We start the second quarter of play from Morgantown, Kentucky. Grayson County has the lead 11-6, but the Bears will have it first down and 10 from the Grayson County 20-yard line. Defense needs to make some adjustments or something. In the gun, 3 down here to the near side for Butler County. Rolling out is Garrett Phelps, far side. Blocker in front. Now he's looking to scramble to the near side. Blind side block. It's going to be coming back. Big blind side block for Butler County. Going to be whistled on Christian White. Every flag is thrown in the building. Those are the hits that, 10 years ago they love in the game, and now they're just trying to take it away because it was a blind side hit. So it'll be a personal foul called against Butler County, and whether you like it or not, it is a 15-yarder. As Maddox Anderson took the brunt of it, it'll move the ball back to the 34-yard line. It's one of those that you saw happening, and it's the rule. First down and 25 now for Butler County. Garrett Phelps throws over the middle looking for Kellen Meredith. It's in and out of his hands, incomplete. Really nice job by Grayson Chaffins to hold up there because he very well could have blown Kellen Meredith up but held back because that would have been the same thing on the other side where it would have been a personal foul hit on a defenseless receiver. 2nd and 25. Ball placed on the Butler County, or rather the Grayson County 34-yard line. Whistle blown, and we're going to have a false start called against the Bears. It's either a false start or illegal motion or illegal formation or something, and that's going to move the ball backwards to the 39. Both teams on drive number 2 are shooting themselves in the foot. First drive, it was just, let's just mow. Second drive is, we're making some mistakes. Second down and 30 for Butler County. Let's go into your playbook and get that 2nd and 30 play. Phelps to pass. Steps up. He's going to throw deep down the near sideline. He's got a receiver, and it's incomplete. Hanshaw in coverage as he was looking near side for Clayton DeWeese. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 30 now for Butler County. And I guess you're just trying to get about half of it now and trying to give yourself a chance on 4th down. I don't think you're going deep again unless he's wide open. I think your hope is that you can get about 15 or 20 on this play. 11-6, Grayson leads about 30 seconds into the second half. 2 on each side of Garrett Phelps. Lonnie Phelps is to his left. Phelps setting up a screen. He has nowhere to go. Instead, he's looking to scramble, throws it up. A wide open receiver, Kellen Meredith, catches it inside the 5, and he's in the end zone. He was wide open. No one was within 5 yards of him after Grayson County potentially was going to bring down Garrett Phelps, but instead Butler County now has the lead. But there's some discussion happening behind the play, and it's going to be a penalty flag on Butler County, an eligible receiver downfield. And that is what you see a lot on those plays. Since Butler County was hoping it to be a screen, you have those blockers get downfield, and it took so long to develop that it's coming back. You see that so often on the play is you're getting those offensive linemen downfield to set up for the screen, and the screen never happened. That moves it back now to the 49. This is 3rd down and 40 for Butler County. Go to your playbook and see what you got here. 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 here to the near side. Phelps, 4-step drop, steps up, floats it far sideline. He has another receiver, and it is incomplete. Kellen Meredith had a jump ball on the far side against Chet Hawkins. Meredith couldn't come down with it, and Hawkins comes up a little lame after the play. And you might have Butler County. You have to punt now. It's the ever popular punt the ball when you had it at the 19 to start. Butler County will punt. Looks like Will Amos is back deep to punt. Grayson Chaffins back to return. He stands back at about his own 18-yard line. Drop kick. Chaffins catches it on a weird bounce, and he muffs it. And he still can't get it, and he finally picks it up at the 15-yard line. He's still on his feet as he gets back up, and he's brought down at the 20. And that's one of those plays that Brian Jones later is just going to say, hey, Grayson, I get it. You want to try and be a hero after making a mistake. Just fall on it. 99% of the time, you're not going to get any more yards. And 5 yards are not worth the risk of giving the ball back to Butler County with really good field position. 10:58 left, first half. Grayson's going to have it. Looks like they're going to stay on their own 20-yard line. They lead Butler County 11-6. Evan Hasty a field goal. Colby Chaffins a rushing touchdown. That's how we have the scoring so far. 2 wide receivers left side, 1 here near side. Bears showing blitz. They're going to bring it up the middle. It's a run. Hanshaw far side. Blockers in front. It's going to be coming back because of a hold or maybe an illegal block in the back on Grayson County. Hanshaw picks up about 7, but it will be coming back. I believe at least. We've not seen an official signal saying it is on Grayson, but it appears to be. It's on that left side of the line. We'll see if it's a hold or an illegal block in the back. And they're moving the wrong way, but he's never told us. Here he comes. Well, he never told us. It's just Grayson County ball. It's an 11-yard penalty, though, for Grayson. So probably a hold would have been the call. He forgot about us. And now they're going to talk about it, and they're going to say, yeah, I don't think that's an 11-yard penalty, bud. I think it should only be a 10. It should be at the 10-yard line. That's probably what the far side judge is coming in. They should move the ball up 1 yard. They're going to talk it over, and that would be the right decision to move it up to the 10. And that appears to be what they're going to do. Well, yep, that's what they're doing, and that's the correct call. They're going to move it to the 10. Okay, 10 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this first half. It's 11-6. Grayson County leads. They now have it on their own 10-yard line. Colby Chaffins throws a screen far side and airmails it. He was looking for Grayson Chaffins. It wasn't very accurate and was also high. Chaffins felt the pressure up the middle from Butler County, and that's been coming a lot today. You've had it from Garrett Phelps, Lonnie Phelps, and also Kevin Robbins up the middle for Butler County have been showing pressure. Ten and a half left. First half. Cougs up by 5. Trips to the left side. Caden Hanshaw is in the backfield with Chaffins. Chaffins keeps it himself left side. Tried to get the edge, and it's not there. He's wrapped up immediately as he hit around that outside. Kevin Robbins in on the tackle, and we're going to say no gain. 3rd down and 20 for Grayson now. Actually, they're maybe going to give Chaffins 1. Maybe a half a yard, in fact. 10 minutes left here in the first half. They're down at about 19 for Grayson County. Mudd, Chaffins, Hawkins down to the near side, hole to the left side. Chaffins to pass. Setting up a screen, and it's a tunnel screen caught by Chaffins. No, it is not caught. It hit the ground, says the head official. And that is going to force Grayson County to punt. .9:41 left first half. Cougars will be forced to punt the ball away. Colby Chaffins has been the punter. Back deep is Garrett Phelps. So you have quarterback kicking to quarterback. Don't usually see that. Rugby style punt, and it's blocked by Butler County, and it's going to go to the back of the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. A safety as Colby Chaffins' punt was blocked, and we are going to have now an 11-8 game. For a second there, I forgot that Butler County missed the extra point, and I thought we were going to have 11-9, the ever-common football score. But instead it is 11-8 with 9 minutes and 34 seconds left here in this first half of play. 11-8. The Bears block a punt, and it goes right through the back of the end zone. Bears have been bringing pressure up the middle. So the Cougars will now have a either safety, punt, or kick. I would assume you would choose a kick with Evan Hasty. You can make the decision. You can either drop kick it or kick it away, and it is going to be kicked away by Evan Hasty. It's definitely the right decision here for Grayson to kick it with Hasty. Hasty's got a big leg. Let's see how far he can kick it, as it is a safety in an 11-8 game. Grayson County leads. So Evan Hasty to kick away. Phelps and DeWeese back at about their own 35-yard line. Hasty, a booming kick. Lonnie Phelps is going to backpedal, and he falls down at the 26-yard line as soon as he catches it. The turf monster got him back at the 26-yard line. I wonder if that'll pop into the stat sheet a little on the Grayson County's stats. One tackle to the turf monster. 9:28 left first half. Grayson leads by 3, 11-8. Butler County will have it on their own 27-yard line. Phelps probably was going to get it at least 15 more if he didn't fall down, and that's just saying at least. Cougars have struggled to stop. Really, both teams haven't been able to stop the other. It's been the other team shooting themselves in the foot that has been the best defense. Garrett Phelps keeps, bounce it outside to the near side as he crosses the 30, up across the 35, 40, 45, 50, and he runs out of bounds as he gets down to, wow, that is a heck of a spot to the 43-yard line. They gave him an extra about 4 yards. Howell was right in front of me, and that is a hometown spot if you're ever going to have a hometown spot as he gets it down to the 43-yard line. He probably stepped out about the 47. I had probably the best angle out of anybody from our spot here in the press box. 9:18 left. Big gain, 43-yard line of Grayson County's now. This Cougar defense is struggling.
Like Deadpool and
2 on each side of the senior Phelps to pass. Setting up the screen to DeWeese. Breaks a tackle as he crosses the 40-yard line. Tries to spin out of another one. Matthew McAllister is there to stop it before it gets any more. But still, it is a pickup of about 6 yards on the little screen pass to DeWeese. Officially, the ball will go down to the 37-yard line, 6 yards on the gain. Second down and 4. Butler's really been able to do whatever they want on offense. Whether they want a pass, run, the only thing that stopped them has been themselves with some penalties. Grayson County leads by 3. Lonnie Phelps in the run. Right side, crosses the 35 and gets down to the 30. That'll be a 7-yard pickup and move the chains. First down, Butler County. First down and 10, Butler County. 8:30 and counting left. First half, 11-8, Grayson County leads. We've had a field goal and a safety today. If you had those on your bingo card, you might win a prize. 2 on each side. Clapping the hands once. Phelps looks near side, breaks back towards the middle, and he's slung down after a short pickup. Caden Hanshaw and Ethan Mudd combined for the tackle for Grayson. Gets down to the 26-yard line, 4 yards. Phelps is shifty in the backfield. Got to find a way to stop him before he gets that full head of steam. 2 on each side. Phelps in the backfield. Meredith goes in motion. They give it to him on the sweep, and he breaks a tackle in the backfield as he crosses the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Butler County. I don't see who missed the tackle in the backfield. It was, I think, Ethan Mudd had him for a loss, and a 26-yard Kellen Meredith touchdown run. Butler County now has the lead against Grayson County. It is 14-11. The extra point, Braden McKinney, 0 of 1 today, 3 of 4 on the season. And we have too many men on the field called on Butler County. So 12 men were on the field for the Bears. His Grayson County defense now giving up their most points all season long. He only allowed 20 all season. They've allowed 14, maybe 15 now as the extra point will come, making it a little bit more difficult. It's now a 25-yard variety for Braden McKinney. Good snap, good hold, a line drive kick is good. Butler County leads 15-11, 7:27 left first half. It's Cougar football on K105.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Not the start Grayson County's wanted here today. They trail 15-11, 7:27 left first half. Butler County has the advantage. And right now for Grayson, it's just you're missing tackles on defense, and then you're shooting yourself in the foot on offense. A couple of big penalties. When they haven't done that, on offense they've looked fine. Defense, I'm sure Kevin Embry is going to be making some crazy adjustments on that sideline because what's happening right now is not working. It's kicked to one of the upbacks who tried to catch it and instead fell on it. And it was Caleb Hubry. As it was a line drive spinning kick, Caleb Hubry, I think, tried to be a hero. He said, I'm finally going to get a chance to touch the ball as an offensive lineman. And luckily he was able to recover it because it bounced right off his hands. If he's tried to plead to Coach Jones saying, hey, I should be a tight end, let me catch some passes, it's not going to help him out. 7:23 left, first half. 15-11. Grayson County trails Butler County. In the eye. Given to Mudd. No, actually kept by Chaffins. Left side, crosses the 40. Blocker in front is Hanshaw as he's slung down. Keep going as he crosses the 50-yard line. Colby Chaffins carrying Bears left and right as he gets it down to the 49-yard line. Give him about 17 yards on the run for Colby Chaffins. I mean, Chaffins was just carrying tacklers with him like a Josh Allen type run. $7:10 and counting. First down and 10, Grayson. Placed now on the Butler County 49-yard line. One on each side. In the eye. Cornwell shifts from the left side to the right side of the line. Bears showing blitz on that right side. Chaffins gives it to Hanshaw on the give up the middle, 45-40, and he gets outside the numbers, 35-30. One man to beat as he crosses the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Grayson County. Caden Hanshaw, 49-yard touchdown, and Grayson County strikes back, and the Cougs have the lead, 17-15. There is apparently a penalty flag on the play, and it's on Grayson County. Way behind the play. I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But that hurts. After Caden Hanshaw had a 49-yard rushing touchdown, hands to the face is called on Grayson. That is a weird spot to throw that penalty. It was thrown at the 25-yard line. So what was going to be a 49-yard rushing touchdown now turns into only an 8-yard gain. As it's now placed on the a 13-yard gain as it's placed on the Butler County 36-yard line. One on each side, in the eye. Mudd the fullback, Hanshaw the deep back. 6:45 left, first half. Grayson County trails Butler County 15-11. Chaffins again keeps it left side run as he crosses the 30, 25-20. House call again. Touchdown, Grayson County. Colby Chaffins this time. 36-yard rushing touchdown. And the Cougs get the touchdown this time on the run. Colby looks at Caden and says, "You can do it, so can I." 36-yard rushing touchdown for Colby Chaffins. His second of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a shootout in Morgantown. 17-15. This time they are going to give Evan Hasty a chance to attempt the PAT. Grayson Chaffins the holder. Good snap, good hold. It is long enough, and it is good. 18-15, Grayson leads Butler, 6:37 left, first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Cougar football on K105.
We got ourselves a shootout here in Morgantown as it's 18-15. Grayson County leads by 3, 6:37 left. First half. And it has been touchdown, 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 touchdowns galore. And Evan Hasty kicks away. And it's going to be caught by Lonnie Phelps at the 15-yard line. He goes to the far side, 25, 30, 35, 30, and he carries blockers up across the 40-yard line. It has been an ugly game defensively. It doesn't matter if you're wearing blue or orange tonight. It's defensive coordinators not necessarily going to be sleeping well tonight. 18-15, Grayson leads, 6:31 left. First half. Butler County will have it on their own 45-yard line. Grayson County has had absolutely no answer for Butler County, whether it's run or pass. Four wide receivers for Butler. Garrett Phelps rolls out near side. He's going to throw it up the seam, and it is incomplete. Matthew McAllister got a hand on it, and then it hit Kellen Meredith. At first, I thought McAllister was going to have a chance at the interception. He wasn't quite able to turn around in time. Butler County is consistently getting beyond the Grayson County defense, especially in the secondary. Second and 10 from their own 45 is Butler County. Grayson leads by 3. Phelps up the middle, kept himself as he hits the 50-yard line, and he's still carrying tacklers down to the 46. Grayson County is not doing a good job bringing him down. Will Vincent in on the tackle for the Cougars. 9-yard gain, 3rd down and 1. 6 minutes left. Here in this first half, Grayson County leads 18-15. A shootout already here in Morgantown. Third down and 1. I think I'm running right at Grayson County. They haven't shown they can stop. Garrett Phelps rolls out near side, looking to scramble now as he hits the 50-yard line. He's going to take it himself, first down and a whole lot more, as he gets down to maybe the 33-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup. It wasn't a designed run, but Phelps looked up and realized he had a whole lot of green space in front of him. And the Bears have yet another first down. 5:31 left. First half of play, Grayson leads 18-15 against Butler County. Grayson County leads the all-time series 20-17. This is matchup number 38. Lonnie Phelps in the run this time, and he's dropped after a short pickup right side. Nice play coming around the edge to make the tackle for Grayson County. Corbin Geary was in there for Grayson County, and so was Tristan Brooks. No gain. That's something we haven't said on either side much tonight at all. Second and 10. Pistol formation for Butler. Extra blocker on the right side of the line. They throw a slant, incomplete, a little bit behind Clayton DeWeese. And third down and 10 comes up. I mean, we have not had back-to-back plays with no gain in a long time, since Butler County had it on their first drive down inside the red zone. And a goal-to-go situation. Third down and 10. Bears need to get it down to the 23. Under 5 minutes left first half. Phelps steps up in the pocket. He's looking up the seam, and it is overthrown and incomplete. He was looking for Kellen Meredith. Matthew McAllister in there on coverage. Grayson Chaffins in there as well, and this could be a huge opportunity for Grayson County. Bears in no man's land. I mean, you'd be looking at a 50-yard field goal. Maybe Evan Hasty could put that in, but I still think you're going for this. And that wouldn't shock me here. If I'm Butler County, I think I'd do a quarterback run. Grayson has shown no ability to stop that. Garrett Phelps, 2 wide receivers on each side. They need to get it down to the 23. Rolls out far side. He's got space to run if he wants to. Instead, he's going to throw, and it is diving catch. Is it caught or not? Incomplete. It hit the ground. Kellen Meredith couldn't pull it in. They're gonna, actually, are they going to talk it over? No, it is. Turnover on downs. Grayson County gets the football back. Meredith went, and when he slid down, his back was to us. We had no way of knowing whether he could pull it in or not. They talked it over and agreed. Grayson has the ball back now. 4:41 left first half. And we mentioned that Grayson County hasn't shown that they can stop Butler County. Well, on the other side, Butler County has not shown that they can stop them either. Placed on their own 33-yard line. Run Hanshaw, left side, a lot of space, and he actually was hit by one man as he hit that left side. It was really one tackler. A little extracurricular happening after the play, and a very late penalty flag is going to come in. As Caden Hanshaw was talking with a Butler County player, and these might be offsetting. Let's see who they call this on. As there was a bear, and I think it was Hanshaw, I think they were just saying hello after the play. Let's see who it is. They might do offsetting here. Two officials threw flags. And a Butler County player is very, very, very hot on the sideline. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct called against Butler County. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct called against Grayson County. And listen, that's probably the best way to do it. Is Clay Steff. He is hot on the sideline right now. In fact, he's walking all the way by himself down to the opposite end of the field. I guess it was him and Hanshaw. They were clearly just saying hi to one another. So the play stands up to the 38. 5 yards is how much Hanshaw got. Butler County gets into the neutral zone, and I think we're going to have they're going to say false start. That's a bad call. As that was Kevin Robbins came into the neutral zone. That's when Grayson County jumped. And they're going to move it back, and that's going to push it back to the 33-yard line. That's a mistake by our officiating crew today, as it'll be 2nd down and 10. Four minutes left, first half. 18-15, Grayson County has the lead. 2nd and 10. In the eye. Butler County again shows pressure. They might have gotten in the neutral zone again. It doesn't matter as Hanshaw's the run. Left side as the rain begins to pour here at Butler County High School as he hits down to the 40-yard line, or rather up to maybe about the 43. And it is really coming down here in Morgantown. As he gets it up to the 43-yard line. Now I have to see if it's going to start coming in the window. And right now I think we're okay. It is a first down. 10 yards for the run for Caden Hanshaw. Now we have a bear down on the field after the play. 3:26 left first half. A Butler County player is injured. I mean, it is pouring right now here in Morgantown. It's hilarious. You can't tell on the cameras, but all of a sudden umbrellas just popped up left and right. I got to keep seeing it's not coming in our window yet, so I can at least keep that open for right now. We'll see who the bear injured is down after the play. Grayson leads 18-15, 3:26, and now, I mean, it's still raining, but it's nowhere near as heavy as it just was even 25 seconds ago. We were expecting about 8:20 is what time another rain shower would come in, and right now, local time, it's 8:04. In fact, I'm looking right now to our friends either in Allen County. It's raining there. So Scottsville, if it's raining, it's probably going to take its way up 165 and come to us. Owensboro Catholic at the end of the first quarter leads Owensboro 14-7. Bowling Green leads Apollo 14-7. Greenwood leads Logan County 14-3. North Hardin leads Davis County early first quarter 6-0. Here's maybe a little upset. Lexington Christian Academy leads Christian Academy of Louisville 21-14 at the half. And that appears to be most of the score. Hancock County leads McLean County 14-0. We're back. First down and 10 for Grayson County. Hanshaw on the give, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Drop maybe for a loss of 1 yard on the play. Back to the 42-yard line. 3:10 and counting left first half. And if you're Grayson, you want to make sure that that ball does not get back into Butler County's hands right now. As it is, Butler County will get the ball to start the second half, so you do not want them to get the ball. 2nd and 11. Matthew McAllister is in the game as a slot wide receiver. Ethan Mudd run up the middle. He's hit at the 45-yard line and carries tacklers up to the 49. Give him 7 yards on the run. Kevin Robbins in on the tackle. 3rd down in about 3 or 4 for Grayson County. Looks like a long 3 and a short 4 for the Cougars. This is a big play for Grayson County. If you can get a first down, you're going to keep the ball for the remainder of the half. But if not, you're probably going to give the Bears a chance, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. Bears showing blitz. Hanshaw hitting the backfield. He spin move. First down, Grayson County. Bounce it outside to the 40. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, and he's brought down high. Slung down out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Down to about the 5. No penalty flags on the play. 44 yards on the run for Caden Hanshaw. What a move in the backfield by Caden Hanshaw. He was hit. What would have been a loss of 1 or 2 yards. Spins out of it, hits the hole, and he was gone. One man stood in between him and pay dirt. Mull's on the 5-yard line, and our chain gang is taking their time getting down the field, but I guess we really don't need them because it's 1st and goal from the 5. The rain appears to have stopped. 1st and goal from the 5. In the eye, Chaffins. Pitch, far side to Hanshaw. He tries to get the corner. He dives up that far side, and the Cougars are saying touchdown, and it is... I haven't seen an official signal. No official has given a signal yet. And out of bounds at the 2-yard line is the call. No, that's a touchdown. The Grayson County, it's a touchdown Grayson County. We never had an official signal, but Grayson County has their PAT system on the field. 5-yard run by Caden Hanshaw. They never gave us a signal up in the booth. Not one official signaled that it was good. Here comes the extra point for Evan Hasty. He got it away, and it is good. 1:44 left here in the first half. Grayson County leads 25-15. You are giving Butler County, though, quite a bit of time, and they have 3 timeouts. But really, the Bears have needed no time at all. So Caden Hanshaw has the 5-yard rushing touchdown. That was a weird sequence there. There was a mass of tacklers on that far side. I saw a bunch of Grayson County players putting their hands in the air to signal touchdown, but I never saw a single official give us touchdown. And, I mean, I love my Grayson County, players out there, but I can't really trust them because they might just be a smidge biased. Grayson leads, though, 25-15, 1:44 left here in the first half. Stay tuned in here to our halftime show. We're going to continue our Cougar Conversations look through the years. We're going to talk with the winningest basketball coach in Grayson County history. Somebody that if you're a Butler County fan, you know very well, Mr. Todd Johnston. And we ask him the question, Well, actually, I really didn't ask him the question. He answered it on his own. If 2009 Grayson County basketball with Travis Johnston played 2001 Chris Gaither, who wins? His answer comes up at halftime. The kick is caught back at about the 14-yard line, far side by DeWeese. A nice tackle by Grayson County, hitting DeWeese after a pickup of only about 6 yards up that far side. That's something we have not said a lot of. Good tackle on either side here today. And you can't really use the excuse of it's wet out there because it poured from about 5 to 5:30, and it just rained about 5 minutes ago, but it rained for 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. So really, I mean, it's probably wet out there, but it's not soaking wet. Butler County's going to have it on their own 20-yard line, 1:38 left. First half, Grayson County leads by 10, 25-15. Rolling out near side goes Garrett Phelps. He has a wide-open receiver over the middle, and it's caught. That is Vincent, and the ball comes out. Loose ball, still on the turf, and it looks like Butler County fell on it. It popped out twice. And a number 18 falls on it for Butler County, who's not on the roster. As it's a 20-yard pickup. As it popped out a couple of times. Both teams had an opportunity to recover it. That would have been huge for Grayson to get the ball to potentially get another touchdown. Clock is moving, 1:10, first half. Phelps, all day to throw, rolling out far side. Still all day. He's still rolling out to the far side. We're going to have a block coming, and Phelps is finally going to run it, and he's dropped for a loss of 1 yard. What great coverage by Grayson County, and Josh Robbins now wants a timeout with 55.5 left on the clock. I mean, Garrett Phelps was running around. He had so much time, he could have run to the concession stand and bought himself a hot dog. Instead, he's going to be dropped for a loss of 1 yard. But again, we invite you to stay tuned into our halftime show. We are going to talk to Todd Johnston. Really good conversation with him, and I'm excited too. We got some big stuff planned for Cougar Conversations. I talked to a future guest last night. He's very excited to talk. I can't give away any of the secrets. I mean, I have our K105 crew here. They don't even know. They don't even know who it is. I mean, listen, it's a big deal. In fact, I think there's only like 4 people that know. Score updates here. Valley leads Breck 40-8 at the half. North Hardin leads Davis County 14-0 halfway through the first quarter there. Warren East all over Warren Central 29-8 at the half. Trigg County leads Russellville 14-10. Central Hardin in the third quarter leads Meade County 16-14. Those are some of the scores from around the region here from Morgantown. Being up 2nd down and 10 for the Bears. They did give Garrett Phelps no gain on the play. 25-15, Grayson County leads, 55.5 left first half. Slant play over the middle. It's caught, and breaking a tackle is Kanan Vincent, carrying tacklers with him. Down across the 30-yard line is Vincent. There was an early hit made, but Vincent just carried tacklers with him, and it's down to the 26-yard line. 34-yard gain for Butler County. Clock moving, 40 seconds left first half. Remember, the Bears do get the ball to start the second half. Phelps again, all day to throw. Grayson now bringing pressure. Phelps looking to scramble. He throws, wide open receiver, caught. Vincent goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler County. I mean, the Grayson County pressure is getting nothing, and when you give a quarterback all day to throw, it's going to be a touchdown, and we have more rain coming. Apparently, at least the umbrellas show that it has started to rain again. So Phelps to Vincent from 26 yards out. Here's the wildest thing. Grayson County has 27 seconds and 2 timeouts. He can score again. Here comes the kick. Good snap, good hold. It is good. 25-22. 26-yard touchdown pass. And ladies and gentlemen, you might just want to buckle in because I think we're in for some kind of evening here. I mean, the Bears are just doing whatever they want on offense against Grayson County. Well, the Grayson County coaching staff is coming down. I wonder if that's a sign that they are going to take a knee and get to half. Tell you what, I think you keep punching the ball in here. I mean, you've had a lot of success moving it. We'll see what they do here. But the staff is walking down, so maybe that is a sign that they are just going to take a knee and get to half and maybe give us all a break. Let's see what it is to kick away for Butler County. The Lumberlets have gone back away, so they're kind of going, being put up and down, up and down, up and down. Here comes the kick. Maybe it'll all depend on the return here. I don't know that I'd like if it's a kneel, unless it's just way back. It's a little pooch kick, caught back and dropped at the 40-yard line. It is caught by Grayson Chaffins. He was one of the upbacks hidden up there. And listen, you're at the 41 of your own. They can't stop you. Why don't you at least take one chance? 26.2, 2 timeouts. 42-yard line of your own. I think you got to. At least you run it once, and if you gain 30 yards, then you call a timeout. And if they stop you, then you say, okay, let's all go get dry. Well, I guess they're not going to get dry because the locker rooms here are all the way in the gym, and I doubt that they want to. No, they're going to spread it out. 3 to the left, 1 here to the near side. Hanshaw in the gun to the right of the senior quarterback, Colby Chaffins. Butler County showing blitz across the near side. Chaffins, 2 pass, steps up in the pocket, and he is hit. Is they going to say fumble? They are, and Butler County comes down with it. Nope, they're going to say incomplete. One official says incomplete on the far side. The backside official says fumble. And it is a fumble for Colby Chaffins. That would be one of those that if this was the NFL, they would have looked at that for about 30 minutes. I don't know. It was very, very, very close to being the ball moving forward, but now that is where it backfires to potentially go for it because now Butler County has it with a couple of timeouts, 19.6 seconds, and they have it on their own, or the Grayson County 45-yard line. Phelps to pass, floats it out far side. It is incomplete. Looking for Vincent. That takes a couple of seconds off the clock, 15.5. 25-22, Grayson County leads by 3. Butler County's not attempted a field goal this year. Braden McKinney doesn't look like he'd have a leg to make it, really, unless it was very close, and at that point I think Butler County would just go for it. Phelps floats it near side, caught by DeWeese, and he'll scurry out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, or 37-yard line, gaining about 7. 9.9. And this is one thing that, when you're at home, you do have the hometown clock operator. Got to be a little quiet because he's standing right next to me. But I mean, listen, it's you get that. He's going to be a lot quicker to hit that than maybe if it was Grayson County on offense. And, hey, that's just the pro being at home. Be the same thing probably Grayson County. 9.9 on the clock. Butler County's got maybe 2 more plays. Phelps. Wide open receiver, and it's well short. And you could tell he said it slipped out of his hand. 6.5 on the clock, and it'll be 4th down and 1, and probably just going to throw one to the end zone. And I like this timeout here by Butler County. Can't take them with you? So let's talk about it. 6.5 on the clock, and if you're Grayson County, nothing over your head here. No penalties unless you're going to get beat for a touchdown. You just can't have a penalty here in this scenario. 25-22, Grayson County leads. 6.5 left in the first half. It's a long night we're going to be here today. There's no other way to put it. Bowling Green leads Apollo 21-6 second quarter. Taylor County all over LaRue County 28-0 at the half. Hart County leads E-Town in the second quarter 21-12. Let's see what else we can find here. Greenwood leads Logan County 14-3 at the half. Owensboro and Owensboro Catholic knotted up at 14, just up 165. Those are a couple of the scores from around the region. I'd love to give a Hancock-McLean update. I'm sure we'll have one of those at halftime. Here we go, final play, first half. Well, at least probably the final play of the first half. 6.5 on the clock. Surprised Grayson County doesn't have more DBs drop back. Phelps all day. He's going to float it, and he's got a wide receiver in the end zone. Incomplete, but it stops with 0.5 on the clock. But it doesn't matter. That's a turnover on downs. Grayson County's going to get the ball back with 0.5 on the clock. And I think now you take a knee. I think you take a knee. Grayson's going to have it on their own 36-yard line. Maybe you run it with Hanshaw. I'd be okay with that just because they haven't shown they can stop him. But I don't think you're going into the air here, especially after last time. I mean, there have been now. This is the 13th possession of the first half. Well, Cougars going to spread it out. 2 on each side. Half a second remains first half. 25-12. Or 25-22, rather, is the score. Chaffins will pass. He's going to throw it up the far sideline, one-on-one, and it is going to be intercepted by Butler County on the far side. We're going to have a penalty flag coming. This might be pass interference. Rolling down to the near side of the field is Garrett Phelps as he comes across the 45, and he is finally going to be brought down out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And they're now going to call a penalty flag on this end for a late hit. Now we got some pushing and shoving happening after. Multiple penalty flags are coming in. A Grayson County player hits the deck after a Butler County player shoved him to the turf. This is not good here. This is not good. Colby Chaffins, the quarterback for Grayson County, was shoved down after the play, and they're going to have to get this situated as it was right on Butler County's sidelines. And this is not what you want to see. There was what appears to be defensive pass interference called against Butler County, and I think they're going to say a late hit on Grayson County, and then there was unsportsmanlike after the play. We'll see who the unsportsmanlike is going to be on. There was a mass of bodies. A Butler County Colby Chaffins for Grayson did hit the deck. That was the only player I saw hit the deck. I mean, there's no way for us to tell. What you just have to hope is on both sides that no punches were thrown, because that would be an automatic ejection, and you don't want that for either side in this scenario, because then that would turn into an ejection and a suspension as well. So they're going to talk this over. Brian Jones and Kevin Hembry are standing at midfield, holding their hands out, asking kind of what's the scenario here. With rivalry games, there'll be penalties on both sides here. Grayson leads 25-22. There's no time on the clock. They're talking. There is a heck of a conversation happening with each of our officials out there right now. They're still talking. And this is where I wish we had a microphone on them to be able to communicate with us, whatever the decision is going to be made. Okay. 2 officials are going to talk. We have an eligible man downfield called against Grayson County, pass interference called against Butler County, unsportsmanlike conduct called against number 5 on Butler County. Number 5 on Butler County. They'll offset a I have no idea. But an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty was called on Jet Johnson for Butler County, and I guess that's the end of the half. I don't know. That appears to be the end of the half. Grayson County leads Butler County at the half, 25-22 at the half. We'll come back. Halftime show comes up next as this is Cougar Football on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back here to Morgantown, where Grayson County has a 25-22 lead at the half. I'll welcome you into the broadcast booth here, and wow, there's a lot to unpack there. 13 offensive possessions between these two teams in the first half of play. Almost all of them ended in points. You had the end there, the little fracas that happened. All we know is that there was a defensive pass interference called, and the only unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that we saw was called against Butler County. So I didn't see one sent towards Grayson. He at least did not single that way on that play. So I don't really know. A weird sequence. If we find out more, we'll be sure to let you know. But Grayson County has a 25-22 advantage at the half. Butler County will get the ball to start the second half. So I mean, listen, we always joke about halftime being a break for us, but my goodness, we actually need one. I mean, it's been a wild first half of play. Grayson leads by 3, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, have our Cougar conversations next with Todd Johnston, former principal, coach, athlete at Grayson County. We'll talk to him after this, as this is Cougar Football on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Think looking for more in this world?
then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Welcome back to our halftime show here on K105. It's another edition of our Cougar Conversations Look Through the Years. We're joined now by Mr. Todd Johnston, or I should say Coach Todd Johnston here, now at St. Paul Elementary. And I guess I can still say coach. Once a coach, always a coach, and that feels the most natural to me here. You were a student at Grayson County. You were an athlete. You played as well. What were some of your best memories as a student and a student athlete at GCHS?
Well, from the athletic standpoint, played baseball for 6 years. A lot of district championships in baseball. We won over 100 games. That was always fun. In my time there, we won over 100 games. And then in basketball, junior and senior year, we won the district. But always remember back then the community support. We didn't have K105 to broadcast games and people stay home and watch. But gym's full, a lot of support from the community, students actively involved, and that was football, basketball, baseball, all of that. So nothing but great memories of my time as a student there. And, class of 1987, I always think of that as one of the best times that you could have at Grayson County.
It's the best class, right?
Absolutely. Athletic-wise or anything else, it was the best class.
I love everyone says their class. Like my high school, it's 2015 always is the one to do it. You were at Edmondson when you became a teacher, and then you went to McLean, and you were the coach there for two seasons, if my memory's right. And then you got the opportunity to come back home. Why was that the right move?
I've always wanted to come home. From the time I was at Edmondson to McLean, those two stops helped shape me and helped me know even more that home is where I wanted to be. And, got lucky at McLean County. I had a great principal, Rick Johnson, who gave me a chance as a head coach at a really young age. We upset Grayson County in the district tournament at the end of my second year there at McLean County. The Grayson County job opened up, and I think that helped propel me to get the job, but pulled a big upset and made it to the regional tournament for the first time in a long time for McLean County. But home is where I was always, the end goal was always Grayson County. Once I got to Grayson County, I never wanted to leave, never applied for another job, never actively sought another job. Wanted to stay there the whole time.
And then your first year, you couldn't have started it off much better. You win the region. I know I asked you this when Chris came and brought his team down 3 or 4 years ago. When did you know in that season that this team had a chance to be special in 2001?
Honestly, that summer, before the season ever started, we played some really good teams and played them all close. North Hardin, who ended up being the team that beat us in the state tournament, we played them that summer. They beat us, but competitive. And then, I think the kids just really wanted to put forth every bit of effort they could. Everybody told me when I got there they were undisciplined, but I didn't find that to be the case. They would do everything I asked. At Christmas, we were 8-5, and I was like, oh. But again, great tournaments we played in, tough competition, but we went on a big run in January to the end of the year and knew we had a chance. We beat Muhlenberg North at their place on a last-second shot. Nick Crawford hit a little baseline jumper, and they were the prohibitive favorite with Owensboro, but we beat Owensboro that year by 12. Luckily, Owensboro got upset that year, so we didn't have to beat or play them. But, in middle of January, I knew that we were going to be right in the thick of it.
2009 then, 8 years later with, I know, some point guard that, he wasn't as good as Chris Gaither, right?
No, he never has been.
That team, though, as he would tell you, and I'm sure he's yelling at the screen right now saying, is the only one to win at Rupp Arena. What was that like?
Well, for the community and to see all the orange, it was unbelievable. And that's still my fondest memory of, Adair County was favored. Everybody thought they would beat us. Our kids didn't for 1 second doubt that they were going to win. And I tell everybody that we talk about this. 01, the 2001 team was more talented. They huge size, good shooters, great defensively, and then you had Chris as the X factor. 09 was the smartest team I've ever coached. We could put in a game plan and it would be executed to perfection. I had Bennett, Skaggs, Wes Smith, Travis. Those guys, those three guards were as smart as any player at any time Grayson County's ever had when it comes to putting them together and executing game plans. So, I always tell people if 09 had a week to prepare, they'd beat 01. But like in a state tournament situation, the game plan we put in for Adair County, we held them to 33 points. Only had a day to prepare for Wes Jessman and Jared Polson, who played at Kentucky. If we had a couple more days, I think we could have done a lot more things with that. But, you don't have that. Nobody does. But still played them really close. But 09, give them a couple of days to prepare, and they could compete with anybody.
Not long after 2009, you made the decision to step away from coaching and go to become a principal. What went into that?
Honestly, I can remember my last year in 2012. I had a great team. I had a foreign exchange student, Ollie Roberts, that was a first-team All-Region player. Ethan Saltzman, really good team. We won 25, 26 games that year. But I can remember going home and telling Tracy after one of our Christmas tournaments how tired I was. For 12 years, every day, breathe, eat, sleep, basketball, the preparation, the game planning, all that really started getting to me. And then things at the board just kind of shook out. I was assistant principal for 2 years before that, and I just really felt like it was time for a change, that I wasn't doing everything that I should be doing as a head coach at that point. So made the decision, very difficult decision, a lot of sleepless nights on it, but to become the principal or at least apply for it, and then got the job. But, I always assumed I would coach for 27, 30 years. I'd coach till I retired. Still a coach at heart over anything else, still my favorite job I've ever had. But being principal for 6 years at Grayson County High School was very memorable. Some bad times, a lot of good times, but you get to see the kids in a different way. And I got to know more kids than just the athletes or just the basketball players. And you work closely with teachers, obviously, as a principal, and a lot of lifelong friendships and relationships there.
We talked about 01, we talked about 2009, but does anything else stand out as far as good memories, whether it's as a student-athlete, as a coach, or as a principal?
Well, the two big ones, obviously, are the regional championships, but countless district championships that we won. We won 7 in a row. Still remember Hunter Gary scoring 37, 38, 39 points in a district championship game against Edmondson, at Edmondson, and the thrill of that, even winning that many in a row. But I always go back to basketball. That's just where my blood is. That was my first love. So I always think back to sports. But 1987 graduating, huge year for me. 01 a huge year. 09 a huge year. But winning the game at the state tournament would be the thing that I would always go back to first.
You mentioned coach is your favorite job, but does that compare with being grandpa and pops? Right? Does it compare to that?
No, it doesn't, and it's just as tiring. 4 grandkids right now, Jack, Lily, Landry, and Hattie, and spend as much time with them as I can. And, the decision to get out of coaching when I took the girls' job came down to me and Jack, my grandson, talking to him. I was like, I can coach your junior pro team, I can be around more, or I can stay with the girls and keep coaching. And he was torn on it for a while, but came down to, I want you to coach my junior pro team. And the morning that I decided to resign, the day of the banquet, that's what he stuck with. And he kept saying, I want you to coach me. I want you to coach me. So ultimately it was the right decision.
I appreciate the time here today. This has been our Cougar Conversation segment. We'll be having more looks throughout the years as the season goes along, but now we'll get back to the halftime show here on K105.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
This is not a country club. It's for everybody.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not
Where have you
living
been?
to your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full rates are potential. unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
Cougar football on K105.
We're going to try and recap this first half for you very quick as Grayson County leads 25-22 at the half. 13 combined possessions in the first half of play. It started 10-yard touchdown run by Colby Chaffins. Butler County answered back with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then it was a 31-yard field goal by Evan Hasty. We were at the end of the first quarter, and it was 11-6. We're thinking maybe it is going to be a little bit high scoring. Well, we were right. Safety. Grayson County had a punt blocked, went out of the back of the end zone. It was a safety. Butler County followed it up with a 26-yard touchdown run. Grayson answered right back with a 36-yard touchdown run by Colby Chaffins, a 5-yard touchdown run by Caden Hanshaw, and then you had a pass from Phelps to Vincent from 26 yards out that has brought our score now to 25-22. We'll talk more about what you saw as the second half begins, because that's next here on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
Cougar football on K105.
Buckle in. We might be in for an exciting second half. Grayson leads 25-22. They are kicking off to start the second half of play here from Morgantown against their big rival, the Butler County Bears. The rain has been going off and on during halftime. Currently, there is no rain. Evan Hasty to kick, and it is a kick on the ground. It's going to go all the way through, and Butler County is going to fall down on top of it at about the 41-yard line. I thought we were in onside kick territory, and it might have been an onside kick. It's just Evan Hasty is a inexperienced kicker. Bears going to have it on their own 41-yard line, and Grayson County has not been able to stop the Bears, especially through the air. They've stopped Lonnie Phelps, the running back for Butler County, pretty decent today, but Phelps just hasn't touched the ball. It's just been Garrett Phelps slicing and dicing, and when it's not there, he scrambles. Bears going to have it on their own 41-yard line. Grayson County leads by 3. This is going to be one of these games I feel like whoever has the ball last is going to win the game. Or whoever makes the stop. Trick play, far side run. It is Kellen Meredith. He bounced it outside, and that's where he's dropped. He carries it, though, up to the 49-yard line. Try a little trick play. Gains 8 on the first play from scrimmage here in this second half. 2nd down and 2 will come up. As Meredith started the play in the slot. They faked a handoff before giving it to him. 2nd and 2, placed on their own 49-yard line is Butler County. In the gun goes Phelps. He has Lonnie Phelps lined up behind him. It is the pistol formation. Extra blocker on each side of the line. Man shifts in motion. They're going to give it to Lonnie Phelps. Run left side as he hits the hole. He's got the first down, carrying it down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run. That'll be enough to move the chains for a first down, Butler County. 25-22. Grayson leads Butler County. 11-12 left here in this third quarter. And I mean, if you're Grayson, Butler County is just doing whatever they want to you. Now, the positive is that you've been able to do whatever you want to them as well when you have the ball. And whatever defense can make a stop here is maybe going to win the football game. Meredith goes in motion. They're going to instead give it to Phelps. Run right side. He runs right into the line. He was hit originally after what would have been a short pickup. Instead, he just falls forward and picks up about 5 down to the 41. 1 turned into 5, and that's been the story of the game. Phelps does check out now. 2nd and 5. Meredith, Steph, and DeWeese go out wide to the right side. Actually, it's Vincent. All alone is Phelps. He'll keep it himself up the middle, and he's stopped after a short pickup. Diving down to the 39, 2 yards, and listen. 2 yards for what Phelps has been able to do to Grayson County today is a huge success because he's been able to do whatever he wants offensively. 3rd down and 3. It's a big play here for this Grayson County team. Placed on the Grayson County 39-yard line. They need to get it to the 36. Phelps all alone in the shotgun. Wingbacks on each side. Meredith goes in motion as one of those wingbacks. They're going to give it to him. He goes from the near side to the far side. He bounced it outside. He's got the first down. He originally did not. And he was able to get the bounce to that far side of the field and carry it across the first down marker, getting down to the 34-yard line. 5-yard pickup. First down, Butler County. 9:29 left, third quarter. Grayson County leads 25-22. The Evan Hasty field goal is the difference right now. 1st and 10. Ball placed for Hash. From the Grayson County 34-yard line goes Butler County. Motion, run near side on the carry, trying to get the edges. Steph, he's got it as he crosses the 35, and he's hit hard as he hits the 30-yard line. Matthew McAllister had a nice hit to hit Steph and knock him out of bounds after a pickup of, looks like they're going to say 5 yards down to the 29. 2nd and 5. I mean, Butler is consistently getting 5 yards every single play, and if you do that, you're going to end up in a touchdown. I mean, it's just the only time Grayson County's really been able to stop Butler County today has been when they've stopped themselves. And it's really the same thing on the other side. Run Lonnie Phelps, run right side, and he's hit and dropped. Penalty flag comes in from the far side as well. Phelps is dropped for a loss, and it is a holding called against Butler County. This is an interesting decision for Brian Jones. You'd be looking at 3rd and 7 or 2nd and 15. And they're going to accept the penalty to make it, well, are they? Brian Jones is, I think, saying, hey, did he want to accept it? I don't know that you do. Oh, that's tough. Let's see. I think Brian Jones is upset that they just automatically assumed he wanted to accept it. They are going to accept the penalty. Move it back to the 39. 2nd and 15. That's where I wish I had my analytics calculator to see what analytics would tell you. 3rd and 15. Phelps steps up in the pocket, breaks away from one man, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. So they're saying we're going to have a penalty flag called on the play. I guess they're going to say personal foul, horse collar called on the tackle on Grayson County. I didn't see a horse collar, but it was an awkward tackle, but that's going to give Bears an automatic first down. They're going to talk this over now. And it should be 15 yards and an automatic first down. Brian Jones is not happy, and be one that I'd have to go back and watch a replay on to see if it was a penalty or not. It's going to move it back to the 24-yard line. That should be an automatic first down. Second down and mere inches for Butler County here. Now they are going to move the chains, so now it is first down, which is the right call. First down and 10, run Lonnie Phelps up the middle, head of steam, bounces off of Cougar tacklers before being dropped after a 4-yard pickup. Gain of 4 on the play. And watching the replay on that previous play too, it didn't look like a horse collar, at least in the replay that I just watched on our stream. It doesn't matter, that was the call. It's a gain of 4. 7:14 and counting left. Brian Jones was not happy with the call on the far side, and just watching at it, I can see why. It just looked like an awkward tackle. 2nd and 6. Phelps rolls out near side, being chased by Cougar defenders. Eyes up, floats one out of bounds. Third down and 6. Grayson trying to get the ball out of bounds, get the Bears off the field, and this drive is a little better for the Grayson County defense. And I mean, that's probably, comparatively speaking to the first half, it's hard to be much worse. Bears working right to left here. Third down and 6, placed on the Grayson County 20-yard line for Butler County. They need to get it down to the 14. 6:54 left, third quarter. Grayson County leads by 3. Meredith shifts in motion. It's kept by Phelps, and he's dropped in the backfield for a loss. Ethan Mudd brings him down after the play. And clearly, I guess Phelps must have said something to Mudd, because Mudd stood up and immediately held both hands up as if to say, I'm not touching him. I'm not doing anything. I am innocent. It's like the whole little brother thing, saying, I didn't do it. It wasn't me, Mom. 4th and 9. Bears going to leave the offense on the field. Big play for this Grayson County defense to try and force the Bears into a turnover on downs. Trips to the right side. To pass, rolling out goes Phelps. He has a man streaking down the far sideline. Phelps to pass over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of Grayson Chaffins. Incomplete, turnover on downs. If Chaffins would have intercepted that, and he's mad at himself, he might have had 6. He would have had a whole lot of green space with his momentum taking him that way, but the most important thing is Grayson County now has the football. 6:03 left, third quarter. Placed on the Grayson County 23-yard line. The Bears really had no luck stopping the Cougs in the first half, especially Caden Hanshaw, and really Colby Chaffins' run game. It's the run that has been very successful for the Orange and Blue today. 6:03 left, third quarter. Grayson leads by 3 against Butler County after the big stop by the defense. Hanshaw run, he's hit, spins across the 25-yard line, and he's dropped up near the 30. Hanshaw has been very good at spinning out of that first tackle. Stokes in on the tackle for Butler County. Looks like a gain of about 8 yards for Caden Hanshaw. So he got it up to the 31-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 2. In the eye. We'll go Grayson County. Chaffins to the near side, Hawkins to the left side. Hanshaw counter play, tries to hit the edge on that far side. He's got to the 35, outside to the numbers, to the 40, up to the 45-yard line. Another big run for Caden Hanshaw. 15 yards and a first down, Grayson County. When these two teams played back last year, Caden Hanshaw rushed for 219 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's only got 1 rushing touchdown today. But I don't have the official stats. He's probably about 110 rushing yards right now. 1st and 10 for Grayson County. On their own 45, placed in the far hash, working left to right. Chaffins under center in the eye. And they give it to Mudd, and I don't think the ball was supposed to. Actually, the ball came out, and Grayson falls on it. There was a bad handle, and it looks like somebody fell on it for Grayson County. So it's a loss of 5. Back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 15. In the eye, again for Grayson County. Hanshaw comes near side now as he hits the 40-yard line, and he's brought down from behind as he gets up to the 43. And on the tackle was Robbins for Butler County. 4-yard pickup for Caden Hanshaw. 3rd down and 11, and again, this has been Grayson County's issue all game long. When they don't stop themselves, it's ended up in a touchdown. But you just had, the mistimed handoff ends in a fumble, which is pretty much the same thing as a penalty. Luckily, you fell on it, but it'll be 3rd and 11. 2 on each side. Chaffins in the gun, Hanshaw to his right. 3rd down and long for Grayson County. They need to get it to the Butler County 45-yard line. Brian Jones wants that timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:23 left, 3rd quarter. Grayson County leads by 3. This is Cougar football on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Third and 11 for Grayson County. 3:23 left, 3rd quarter. They lead 25-22 against Butler County. They'll have it on their own 44-yard line. They need to get it to the Butler County 45. Chaffins in the gun, Hanshaw to his left, 2 wide receivers on each side. Bears showing blitz up the middle. They're going to bring it. Rushing 5, setting up the screen for Hanshaw, and it's incomplete. Broken up on the play by Butler County's Ashby. They were ready for the screen. And Cougars will presumably be forced to punt. Last time they went back to punt, it was blocked. Deweese stands back at his own 22-yard line. Bears blocked it last time. And whistle's blown, and I think we have some movement on Grayson County. That'll move them back to the 39, and I don't think Grayson County was wanting to go for like a fake punt there, but no, they're definitely not. 4th and 16. Back to the 39. Deweese stands at about his own 30. Or actually, it's Phelps. They've switched returners. So it's the quarterback, Garrett Phelps. High snap. Chaffins gets it away. It's a spinning knuckleball of a kick. It's going to get a huge Grayson County roll down to the 25-yard line. 36-yard punt for Colby Chaffins. Butler County will have it now. And again, it's the one mistake by Grayson County to have a negative play on first down. And because of that, they had to play behind the chains. And every time they've done that today, they've left points on the board. It's not rocket science. Bears going to have it on their own 26. First down and 10. Cougar defense looked better in that opening drive of the second half. 2 on each side. Phelps sets up a screen near side, caught by Deweese as he crosses the 30-yard line, and he scurries out of bounds up to about the 32, or maybe even the 33 is the call. Give him about 7 on the game. We touched on it in the open. Butler County has, in their first 3 games, gone scoreless and a half in all 3 of those games. It was the second half, week 1 and 2, and it was the first half last week against Warren Central. Maybe they have another one in them today. But it's going to have to be this Grayson County defense. It's going to continue to have to make some adjustments. Second down at about 4. High snap. Phelps looks far side. It is caught by Meredith. He's got the first down as he goes up that far sideline before going out of bounds. Looks like up to the 42. 9-yard pickup. 2:45 left, third quarter. Grayson leads 25-22. Bears starting to move the ball. Officially to the 41. 8 on the game. Got a new running back. Kevin Robbins is in the game in the backfield to the right of Garrett Phelps. Phelps to pass. Looks near side. Rolls out towards the near side. Eyes up. Throws to a wide open right receiver. Vincent catches it. Crosses the 40-yard line and gets down to about the 37. Grayson Chaffins, who's the center, who's the safety, and the center fielder of that defense is not happy with his teammate Matthew McAllister. Clearly there was a major miscommunication because he was wide open, was Vincent, and that has been a story of this game here for Grayson. Shooting themselves in the foot and wide open receivers. The secondary, it's been a night to forget for them. 3 to the right side, 1 to the near side. In the gun goes Phelps. Claps the hands, run up the middle, direct quarterback run. He hits the 35-yard line and runs into a pair of Grayson County defenders. Ethan Mudd in on the tackle first, so was Caden Hanshaw. Down to the 34. Give him the 34. Wow. Very generous spot of 3 yards. Probably was only to the 35. 1:45 left, third quarter. 25-22, Grayson leads. But the Bears are driving. Three wide receivers to the right side, 1 here to the near side for Phelps. Claps the hands, gives it to Robbins on the run, and he's hit after a short pickup. Goes right side, carries it to the 32-yard line, 2 yards. That brings up third down and about 5 for the Bears. Big play for this Grayson County defense. They've not really been able to breathe on Phelps in the backfield. The only time they've made contact with him really in the backfield today was the one they were penalized on in the last drive. 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 here to the near side. 3rd down and 5. Phelps looks far side. He's throwing far side, incomplete. Broken up on the play over the middle. Getting his hand in there was Caleb Hubry. Great play made by Hubry. Bring up 4th down. Hubry almost would have had a chance at an interception there, but at the same time, knocking the ball to the turf is just as good, especially if you can get off the field here on 4th down. Bears going for it, and really, why wouldn't you? Fourth down and 6, 42.1 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Garrett Phelps trips to the right side. He rolls out to the right side of the field. He's got space to run if he wants to. He is going to run. It's all going to depend on the spot, and it looks like he got enough. Up that far sideline. The early indication is a first down, Butler County. Well, let's see. That happened right on the Grayson County sideline, and we have a whistle blown, and the official is standing way back. Are the chains not spread out all the way? They're not. So if they don't, they're measuring. I don't really know what's happening now. First down, Butler County. He finally gave an indication. Down to the 28. Tell you what, they only gave him 4, and it was 4th down and 5. I might not be good at math, but 4 is less than 5. I don't know. 1st and 10. Phelps on the far hash. They fake the run over the middle. It's an RPO and hits the hands of Vincent, and it is incomplete. They've run that little slant over the middle and have gotten ahead of Grayson County defenders just about every single time. 2nd down and 10. 36.6 on the clock. 3rd quarter, Grayson County leads by 3. DeWeese and Vincent to the right side. Clayton DeWeese is down here to the near side. Phelps rolls out near side. Blocker in front, floats it incomplete. And looking for Kellen Meredith. Airmails it. 3rd down and 10 will come out. So one thing with Phelps is sometimes he will miss high. And when you have that from a quarterback, pressure can cause that to miss even higher. That's when you can maybe be as a safety back there as a center fielder and have one going the other way. And he's had 2 passes, one that was nearly intercepted and probably should have been by Grayson Chaffins. 3rd and 10. Bears air raiding it here today. 2 on each side. Phelps. Lonnie Phelps switches to the right side. Nope, changes his mind. Goes back to the left side. 3rd down and 10. Garrett Phelps, 3-step drop. Over the far side, it's underthrown a little bit, and it is picked off! Intercepted by Grayson County! Far sideline, Caden Hanshaw comes away with the interception. That is a $50 donation from Sheriff Norman Chaffins to the Grayson County Cougar football program. As it was underthrown, Hanshaw read it perfectly and comes away with the interception. That is now $150 donated by Sheriff Chaffins to the Cougar football program. Huge interception, and if you're Grayson now, you got to go score a touchdown here and come away with a knockout punch. Well, now we're blowing some whistles, and I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, there's an injury on the far side. Ethan Mudd is down after the play. He's right on the sideline. Sitting, he is in bounds technically, being worked on by trainer Scott Ballman. Let's hope that's nothing serious. That's the one downside to it. It has been raining off and on. Sometimes it's those non-contact, just slipping can sometimes be the worst injuries, and let's hope he's okay, and he's being helped to his feet. And he's going to head off the sideline. Looked like walking off on his own power. Big play by Caden Hanshaw, though. Cougars will have it on their own 20. They lead 25-22, 26.2 left here in the third quarter. Ethan Mudd being worked on the sideline. Actually, no, he's not. Well, at least trainer Scott Ballman is trying to work on him, and Ethan Mudd says, I'm fine. Run left side for Caden Hanshaw. Not much going on there as he carries it, maybe a gain of 2 up across that left side to the 22, and that should be the final play of the third quarter, which flew by, comparatively speaking, to the first half of play. Grayson County leads by 3 as we head to quarter number 4. It's Cougar football on K105.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Welcome back here to Grayson County to Butler County High School, where it is the start of the fourth quarter of play. Grayson County will have it second down and 8. From their own 22-yard line, they lead 25-22. Sam Gormley here with you on the call from a off and on rainy Morgantown. And really the rain has not been as much of a factor. Chaffins keeps it himself near sideline as he crosses the 25. I don't think Butler County knows he has it. He's to the 30, and that's going to not be a late hit out of bounds as he crosses the 35-yard line. Colby Chaffins was drugged down out of bounds, and I'm honestly, with how chippy this game has been, I'm stunned that wasn't a penalty. Chaffins carries it to the 35. It's a 13-yard gain, and it's one of those that since it happened on the Butler County bench, it probably was why they didn't call it. If it happened on the Grayson County bench, they probably would have called it. 11:40 and counting. Grayson leads by 3. It was a first down, which is the most important thing. In the eye as Hawkins goes in motion to Hanshaw. Counter run. Bounces it as he crosses the 35 and goes down to about the 39-yard line. 4-yard gain for Caden Hanshaw. Robbins in on the tackle for the Bears. Second down and 6. Caden Hanshaw just had the interception on the defensive side of the ball in the end zone. Remember to stay tuned in our fifth quarter show as well, as we will give away our Hometown Hangout MVP. Usually this is where I discuss with a color analyst, so I guess I get to be the dictator today and make the well, maybe I'll discuss with our K105 crew and see if they have any ideas. Jet Hawkins goes in motion, now shifts back into the slot. Hanshaw, big hole left side, crosses the 40 to the 45, 50, big hole outside the numbers, a lot of green space, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Grayson County. 61 yards for Caden Hanshaw. The Butler County Killer strikes again. 4 touchdowns last season against the Bears. He has his second today. And more importantly, Grayson County leads 31-22. Lining up again with this gate-swinging formation. They leave it up to Grayson Chaffins to make the decision as to whether he wants to attempt the PAT or switch, and they are going to go for the PAT. Caden Hanshaw just had a 61-yard rushing touchdown. Evan Hasty on to attempt the extra points. He's perfect today and also has hit a field goal. Not a great snap. Good hold by Grayson Chaffins. It's long enough, and he put it through. Grayson County leads 31-22, 10:40 to go. This is Cougar football on K1.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Grayson County has the advantage 32-22. With 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the football game. It's been a good game here today. Grayson leads by 10. Caden Hanshaw just had his second rushing touchdown of the game. Roger Lush, he texted me in the break, and he's trying to be on the committee to pick the MVP. What he doesn't know is it's a dictatorship tonight. Returned by Butler County back at the 10-yard line, up across the 20, trying to go far sideline, space to work, 30, and he's brought down by his shoestrings. Up that far sideline by Grayson County. I think Chet Hawkins is in on the tackle for the Cougars. And it's carried up to the 39-yard line. 10:32 remaining in the game. Butler County trails by 10, 32-22. Bears going to have it on their own. 39-yard line. (32-22) Grayson County leads. Spreading it wide goes Butler. They've had a lot of success passing. Phelps rolls near side, gets away from one tackler. Eyes up, throws incomplete. It was deflected by Caleb Hoobery, who was coming downhill. Evan Hasty was also chasing after the senior quarterback for Butler County. No gain. Hoobery got a hand on it. Tell you, Hoobery has had a quiet, decent game too for Grayson County. We've called his name a couple of times. Remember, though, Grayson County is back home next week. Remember, though, earlier game, 6:30 Central Time will be the game as they face Louisville Moore. We look forward to that matchup back into district play as Grayson County tries to be back-to-back district champions. 2 wide receivers on each side. Phelps, 3-step straight drop back. Over the middle, throwing, and it is caught right into the breadbasket of Meredith, who blows right by his defender. A lot of space to work. McAllister chasing. Touchdown, Butler County. 61-yard touchdown pass. 61-yard touchdown for Butler County, and just when you thought the Cougs might have been able to take advantage, a heavyweight fight doesn't end that easily. The extra point coming That would keep it a 3-point game. 32-28 is the score right now with 10:13 left in the ball game. It'll be Braden McKinney to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Long enough. It's a line drive spinning kick that is good. Butler County answers right back. 10:13 to go. It's 32-29. This is Cougar football on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
I feel like we're watching a really good boxing match here today. You know, one side is landed left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook. You thought you just saw Grayson County maybe land a knockout punch, but Butler County got right back up and they came with their own punch. 32-29, Grayson County leads by 3, 10:13 to go. Back-to-back drives end in 61-yard touchdowns for each of these two teams. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. Tell you, Ken Hallett, he's missed himself a football game today. Here comes the kick. McKinney sends it off far side. It is going to be caught at the 20-yard line, bringing it back down here to the near side, crossing the 30, outside the numbers to the 45-40, and being brought down there at about the 42-yard line. Nice return by Jet Hawkins as he gets it up to the 42-yard line, and that's where Grayson County is going to get the ball back, where they're probably just going to keep giving it to Caden Hanshaw. I might not be a football expert, but I do know that the good old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, Caden Hanshaw is doing whatever he wants to Butler County. I don't have his exact rushing numbers, but it wouldn't shock me if he's approaching 200, along with an interception on the other side. 1st and 10. Chafin's in the eye. They're going to give it to Mudd, who dives up the middle and just thundering up the middle to about the 49-yard line goes Ethan Mudd. Give him 7 yards on the run, and that is, we talked so much about this last year with Kaler, is thunder and lightning. Caden Hanshaw, he just struck some lightning, and Ethan Mudd just came with his own taste of thunder. 2nd and 3. Ball placed in their own 49-yard line. Bears showing blitz up the middle. Run Hanshaw, outside run. He goes to the 45-yard line, far sideline. He's brought down at about the 42 on the run. That'll be enough to move the chains. Very late penalty flag comes in as well. Very late penalty flag. Thrown by the back judge. I heard some cheering, and it looks like it's going to be on Butler County. Let's see what the call is. Our head official comes to us. Dead ball, personal foul called against Butler County. And if you're the Bears, why are you doing that, of all places on the field, on the opposing sideline? It's going to move the ball down to the 27-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Grayson County. 9:13 and counting left in the game. Cougars up by 3, and we're going to have a false start called on Caden Hanshaw in the backfield. It's Going to move him back to the 32. Now this right here, you circle. This has been the moment in the game where Grayson County, they've just shot themselves in the foot. They've not been able to recover any of the times tonight. You've got to find a way to recover here. 1st and 15 now. 9 minutes and counting. You lead by 3. You have not shown you can consistently stop Butler County. You have to score here. Even 3 allows you the chance to maybe block an extra point. Chafin's under center. Sticking with the power I. Kept by Chaffins as he comes across this near sideline, turns back upfield as he gets down to the 25, 20, and he carries tacklers. Getting that yardage back and a whole lot more near the first down marker, rather, is Colby Chaffins. Give him 14 yards on the run. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1. And that is how you answer after a mistake on your own end. 2nd down and 1. Butler County shifting some personnel in. Zachary Stokes comes in on that defensive line. Trying to add some more size, but Grayson's done a really good job. When Butler County's brought the pressure up the middle, they'll run that little counter to the outside. Chaffins goes under center from Corbin Gary. Gives it to Hanshaw. It's a little stutter step, tries to get around the outside, runs into one of his tacklers, turns back upfield, crosses the 15, and gets down inside the 10-yard line. Great run by Caden Hanshaw. He'll carry it down to about the 7 or the 8. He ran into one of his, I think it was Caleb Hoobery on the right side of the line. Looks like down to the 7, give him 11 yards on the run for Caden Hanshaw. It's been that second effort for Caden Hanshaw today that has been so impressive. First down and goal for Grayson County. They lead by 3 in the 4th quarter. Chaffins keeps it himself right side. He's wrapped up, breaking a tackler and carrying him with him. Jed Johnson had him wrapped up. And we'll see what they give him, and the near side judge says no gain. Or maybe a gain of 1. No gain. 2nd and goal from the 7 for Grayson. 7 minutes and counting left in the game. Grayson County leads by 3. Grayson, I would assume you're in 4-down territory, but also I don't know that 6 helps you. Being up by 6, because Butler has shown that they can hit a PAT. In the eye. This is where Grayson County has struggled all season. In the red zone. Hanshaw run, and he is spun out of 1 tackle. He's not going to get out of the 2nd. Gang tackled on the far sideline. Lonnie Phelps and Kellen Meredith in on the tackle, and it's going to end up being a loss of 4 back to the 11. Decision time for Brian Jones. 3rd down and goal from the 11. 6 minutes to go. 3rd and goal from about the 10.5. What do you do here if you're Grayson? They're going to stick with the eye. Mudd the fullback, Hanshaw the deep back, a wide receiver on each side of Chaffins. They're going to give it to Hanshaw, and he's dropped immediately and hit down. No gain on the play. 4th down and goal from the 10. Decision time for Grayson County. Evan Hasty 1 of 1 on field goal attempts here. Maybe Brian Jones will take this time down and call it timeout, but at the same time, you've not shown you can stop Butler County. You might need those timeouts if you're Grayson County. And they are going to send the field goal unit on. Evan Hasty 1 of 1 today. We'd be looking at about a 27-yard field goal. This would make it a 6-point game. Under 5 minutes left. They're going to have to hurry as the hand is up. And there it is. Good snap, good hold. It's long enough, and it is good. but Evan Hasty puts it in from 27 yards out, and Grayson County has the lead extended now to a 6-point advantage at 35-29 after the Evan Hasty field goal. 4:40 to go. Wow, but now here is your issue. You have not shown you can stop Butler County, and a touchdown and an extra point gives them the lead. What a football game this has been. If you like offense, you came to the right place tonight. Both teams have all of their timeouts. 4:40 remain in the game here today from Morgantown. The Cougar defense will look to come away with a stop to try and win it. Four minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. 32-15, Allen County Scottsville defeated Glasgow. That's one of the finals that I see here as I do a scroll through. Bowling Green all over Apollo was one of the finals that I had to bring you right now. Here we come. 4:40 to go. 35-29, Grayson County leads by 6 in this game. Evan Hasty to kick. Booming end-over-end kick. Caught back at the 11-yard line on the far side of the field by Phelps. Comes back to the near side. Now looking to turn back upfield to the far side, and he's got a blocker in front of him in space to work. Up the far sideline, 40, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Big return by Butler County. 4:28 to go. And buckle in, because here we go. Bears officially will have it on their own 46. Last drive, 2 plays, 61-yard touchdown. That was after the first play was an incomplete pass. Bears have all the time in the world and 3 timeouts. 6-point game, 35-29. 2 on each side. Man shifts in motion. Faking the handoff to him, given to Phelps, and he's wrapped up and dropped for a loss in the backfield. It was Maddox Anderson came around the edge, grabbed Phelps by the ankle and said, "I'm not letting go." Loss of 1. Back to the 45, 2nd and 11. 4 minutes to go in the game. Grayson leads 35-29. Evan Hasty has 2 field goals in this game. Caden Hanshaw has 2 rushing touchdowns. Colby Chaffins has 2 rushing touchdowns. That's how Grayson County has their scoring. Butler County's been going through the air for the majority of their scores. Phelps going through the air again. He floats it near side, and it is incomplete. Throwing into double coverage, looking for Vincent, but Lear and McAllister were in on coverage. Third down and 11. Butler County has all the time, too, that you don't have to get too aggressive here on this play call, but you've also not shown that you can stop Grayson County. Be interesting to see how aggressive you'd be on 4th down. You got all 3 timeouts, 3:40 to go. 3rd and 11. Place from their own 45-yard line, far hash. They need to get it to the Grayson County 44. Phelps rolls out near side. Blocker in front. Floats it off. It's complete to Vincent at the 50-yard line, and he's dropped after a short pickup from there down to the 48. It's a 7-yard pickup. 4th down and 4. And you got to imagine Butler County will leave the offense on the field. And if I'm the Bears here, I'm drawing up a direct quarterback run for Phelps. That's been the one play that Grayson has had no answer for at all tonight. None. 3 minutes left in the game. Grayson leads by 6. 35-29. 2 on each side. In fact, 3 down here to the near side. 5 wide for Phelps. I bet this is a quarterback draw up the middle. Phelps steps up in the pocket, rolls out far side. He's going to pass over the middle. Incomplete! Turnover on downs. Headed the other way. Cougar football. Threw over the middle looking for Vincent. It was incomplete. Grayson has the football back. 2:44 to go. And this is where, if you're Grayson County, you turn to Caden Hanshaw and said, how hungry are you? You ready to eat? Because he could eat and finish this game off for a Grayson County victory. It doesn't matter what it looks like. All that matters is you got the W at the end of the night. Because defensively, it's not been pretty. Offensively, you've had some good things, but you've had some things that I'm sure Brian Jones is not going to be too thrilled with. Chafin's under center. Give to Hanshaw. He tries to extend it across that far side. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Crosses the 50 and gets down to the 46-yard line. He was hitting the backfield. The little spin move carries it down to the 46. 2nd down and 4. Butler County has 3 timeouts. It'll be very interesting when you decide to start using these. I'm surprised they didn't call one. Grayson's just going to continue to wind this clock. And this is where you're lucky to have a senior quarterback that's just going to watch the back judge point, and as soon as he puts that hand in the air and starts counting, that's when you snap it. They do. Chaffins keeps it. We're going to have a penalty flag as Chaffins dives towards the 1st down marker. Flag on the far side. Maybe an illegal formation called on Grayson. I'm not entirely sure. Brian Jones, whatever it is, it has to be on Grayson. He doesn't seem to agree with the call. It is on Grayson County, though. False start called against Grayson County. Back to the 49. But I believe the clock does run after this. So in all seriousness, that's not the worst thing in the world, weirdly enough. Because I believe, do they wind the clock here? Okay, maybe not. It's late. I'm forgetting the rules. I've been on the air by myself now for, what are we at here? 3 hours and 8 minutes. We've been on the air tonight. 2nd and 9. The clock is winding. And another whistle blown. And it's a false start on Grayson County. Grayson Chaffins is beside himself. He's saying he did not have a false start, or he's unhappy with somebody. But again, here's the thing. That clock winds. False against Grayson County. And you're giving Butler County now potentially the ball back. It's back to the 44-yard line. You went from now 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 14. That's been the story here, is that Grayson County has had tons of mistakes where they're shooting themselves in the foot. Clock does not start until the snap. 2nd and 15. Chaffins around the edge, far side, and he is just going to come back. Looks like we're going to have a hold on Grayson County maybe. And it is on Grayson County, another penalty. If you're Butler County, though, you might decline this. It would be 3rd and 9 or 2nd and long. Because of time, you might decline this if you're the Bears. I'm interested. Holding called against Grayson County. And they're going to accept it. It's going to turn this into being 2nd down and a country mile for Grayson. 1:35 left. Grayson leads by 6. I mean, it is 2nd down and a lot. 24 is what the scoreboard says, and we're going to stick with it. Because it's way too late for me to count that much. I think you got to keep it on the ground if you're Grayson. Force Butler County to start taking those timeouts. Chaffins up the middle, keeps himself, breaks a tackle at the 40, 45, outside the numbers, 40, 1st down, Grayson County, down to the 30-yard line. He is. A big gain for Colby Chaffins with 1:24 to go, down to the 26-yard line. There is a injured Grayson County player behind the play, but it is a massive gain for Grayson County. Very late penalty flag comes in as well, as it's carried down to the 25 right now. That is enough to move the chains. They're going to talk this over, and we're going to have to see who the injury is on Grayson County behind the play. I'm a little worried that's Winston Woosley, who's already dealt with a knee injury in his career. I hope he didn't just re-injure that as a senior. Caden Hanshaw going to check on his teammate. We have a penalty flag after the play called against Butler County. And helping up after the play, it is Winston Woosley not putting any weight on his bad left leg. Let's hope Winston's okay. Grayson County now, this is going to move the ball all the way back down to the 13-yard line. That makes sense. It was 26, half the distance to the goal, carries it down to the 13. Butler County does have 3 timeouts, so Grayson will need another first timeout. First down and 10. Clock is winding. And now Butler County's going to take a timeout with 1:06 to go in the game. It is 35-29. Grayson County leads. And the Butler County faithful, some of them are starting to head to the exits right now. Bears can theoretically get the ball back. I'm trying to do math right now. It would be very, very, very little time left. And it'd be interesting here if you're Grayson. You don't want this to get into even opening the opportunity for where we can start getting weird with, laterals or something like that. So I think if you're Grayson County, you're just trying to get the first down or a touchdown. Touchdown here would make it a 2-possession game, and if they score 2 touchdowns in less than a minute, then you tip your cap and you say, okay, congratulations. .106 to go. (35-29). Grayson County leads by 6. Cougars inching closer to moving to 3-1 on the season. Direct run up the middle. Quarterback sneak by Chaffins. He's just carrying blockers. And he is down. I was trying to see where it was. There were just piles and piles heading as we have a timeout Butler County with 55.2. There was one pile that was way behind the play. There was one way in front of the play, and then there was one in the middle, and it was tough for me to see which one Colby was in. He carries it down to the 6, which is a 7-yard pickup for Colby Chaffins. Or actually might be, 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3. As they're talking this over now, Grayson County, reminder, next week will be back at home. 6:30 will be the start time of that game from good old Litch, Vegas. We'll be on the call with you, beginning with a locker room show at 6 o'clock. Come out and support this team. They've been on the road the last 3 weeks. They definitely deserve your support. It was a great crowd against Edmonson County. Let's try and make it an even better crowd here next week at Moore, as home against Moore, as the Cougars try to become back-to-back district champions. Out of the timeout. They're going to go under center. 55.2 on the clock. They'll give it to Hanshaw. He's running the wrong way, and he's drugged down. High tackle. Potentially could have been a horse collar. They do not. He's tackled inbounds, though. No gain on the run. Timeout, Butler County. That is their last timeout. And if you're Grayson County here, hey, you know what you could, your stats won't like, well, I guess you don't really want to do that now, is it'll be 3rd down and 3. You almost just want somebody to run around for a little bit. Run around for a little bit, lay down inbounds. You have the 40-second clock, and then Butler County can't get the ball back. So it looks like the Cougars are going to win this football game. Was it pretty? No. Does it matter? All that really matters is Grayson County's got a W coming home here today against a Butler County team, and we talked about this in the open. That 0-3 record, a little misleading. It's a really good football team. It gets no easier for them as they host Hart County next week, who finished in the state Final Four last year. So here we come, 47.8 seconds left. Grayson County leads by 6. Chaffins pitches to the far side to Hanshaw. He stays, actually it looks like he might have gone, he did go out of bounds. And that is not what you wanted if you're Grayson County. But I think he got the first down. We'll wait on the signal. It's very close up that far sideline. And looks like a bear is down after the play. And I think it's Kevin Robbins. Or actually, no, it's Phelps. And it is all going to depend on the spot on that far side. It could either be 4th down and short, or it'll be enough for a first down. If it's a first down, the ball game is over. They're talking right now. It's either going to be 4th down and short. And they're calling the teams back to their own sidelines. This is an injury timeout. The ball went down to the 5, which I believe would be 4th down and short. So it is 4th and 2 for Grayson. And I mean, why not go for, well, I guess, do you attempt a field goal here? Because if you kick a field goal, you're up 9 and the game's over. But Butler County's almost blocked a couple of field goals today. Do you put the trust in Evan Hasty with that? 4th down and 2. First down wins the game. Chaffins looking for help. He throws. It's complete. Far side. Turning back is Ethan Mudd. First down, Grayson County. Up the far side. That'll move the chains. The whistle is blown right now, but it's not going to matter. Grayson County improves to 3-1 on the season. 32.6 on the clock. We will not have to snap it again. A thrilling game tonight here in Morgantown ends with a Cougar victory. They wind the clock. Grayson looks like they might want to put some more points on the board here. And they are. Handing it off to Hanshaw, and he's hit and dropped at the 2-yard line. They're trying to score some more points here, and that is. They're going to give him one more chance. And that is the ball game. Grayson County defeats Butler County tonight by a final score of 35-29. Grayson County is now 3-1 on the season. The Cougars will head back home next week to take on Louisville Moore. Again, your final score from Morgantown, Grayson County 35, Butler County 29. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Cougar football on K105.
Thrilling victory in Morgantown today. Grayson County wins 35-29. The fifth quarter show comes up next here on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living
Where have you
up to
been?
your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full grades are unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where Grayson County defeats the Bears by a final score of 35-29. As here, we'll just go ahead here and bring us back into the broadcast booth here is wow, what a football game here today. I mean, it's one of those that, you know, I'm sure Brian Jones, I'm fascinated to ask him how many times he's going to watch the film from this game, because there is so much to unpack from this one. I mean, offense, you score 35 points. That's really good. You know, you have 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 for Caden, 2 for Colby. You have 2 field goals. I saw, former K105 crew member Cole Snyder, he joked saying that might be the new record for most field goals made in a game by a Grayson County kicker. It probably isn't. James Gaither probably did back in, the turn of the century. But still, you had that on the defensive side of the ball. Was it good? I'm sure Kevin Embry would say absolutely not. But in the second half, you held them to 7 points. And in the long run, that's what wins you the football game. You had a couple of key stops in this game. The defense bent a couple of times. It broke a lot. But when it mattered, they did not break here today. Grayson County wins the game by a final score of 35-29. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we will talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones. It might be a few minutes to talk to him because, for one, he's got to make his way up here, but also, if I have so much to say about the end of this game, I can only imagine what a coach has to say to his team right now because, I don't even know what you say. Because there's so much there's stuff to like, there's stuff not to like, and it's the same thing with Butler County. They're 0-4, but they very well, they're a couple plays away from being 3-1, just like Grayson County is. And that is football. And that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Again, your final score tonight, Grayson County defeats Butler County by the final tally of 35-29. We'll try to see if we can't find a score update or two as we look down here. And remember to stay tuned in as we will give away our Hometown Hangout MVP. That'll be a little bit later on here in our fifth quarter show after we talk to Coach Jones. Some final scores. Allen County Scottsville defeated Glasgow 32-15. North Hardin all over Davis County 35-6. That is a final score there. Russellville defeats Trigg County 33-17. Hart County defeated E-Town 41-19. Hart County will make the trip here next week to face Butler County. Graves County over Caldwell County 46-21. Lexington Christian Academy defeats Christian Academy of Louisville. So that's LCA defeating Cal 41-34. That is a little bit of an upset there. Mayfield defeated McCracken County 35-21. It's weird to see Mayfield at 2-2. I'd like to know the last time they had 2 losses this early in the season. South Warren, and that is, Mayfield plays a brutal schedule. South Warren beat Gibson Southern Indiana 34-31. Final score there. Bowling Green 49-14 over Owensboro Apollo as well. And Owensboro Catholic leads Owensboro 36-24. 4 minutes left in the third quarter from up the road and up 165 there. It's been a little bit since I've gotten an update of that one. Hancock County defeats McLean County, shuts them out 21-0 is the final score there. That game happened in Calhoun earlier tonight. Those are a couple of the scores that I look around from around the region. Again, the final score here, though, Grayson County defeats Butler County by the final tally of 35-29. We'll take a break. Have more on the fifth quarter show after this, as this is Cougar Football on K105.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Here we come.
Overhead door at sohd.info. We're not just opening doors, we're opening possibilities.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back to Morgantown, where Grayson County picks up the win against Butler County tonight by the final tally of 35-29. We're joined now by Coach Jones. And Coach, I was saying that, it'd probably be a couple extra minutes for you talking to your team because, there's so much tonight that I'm sure you're like, yes, that was really good. And then there's probably some tonight that might have given you a couple extra gray hairs in your beard. How do you take away a game like this? The most important thing is that.
Yeah,
the win.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I told him. I said, I'm super proud of the effort being good enough to get the win, and that's first and foremost. We did what it took to get a W, and really, defense got some timely stops. Though we would have liked to have gotten plenty more stops. Evan Hasty bangs into field goals down in the red zone. That gives us 6. We win by 6. I felt like the offense played really, really well when we weren't behind the sticks. A couple drives we got behind the sticks. One was a fumble and penalty, different things like that. And I think I've said it before in years past, and it'll probably be kind of the MO here for the life of Grayson County. We're just not built to play behind the sticks. We're a lot of times 3 yards in a cloud of dust and, and eat up clock and have long sustaining drives that keep the other defense on the field. And, at times we did that. I liked some of the stuff we done early, but then, we had a couple of drives where it didn't work. So we decided, jump in the eye and see how that did. And, had a couple of really nice drives in it. But, that's kind of what I told him. I said there is a lot to learn from this game as far as, as keeping contained and staying in pass coverage, not letting people slip behind us, staying on blocks. You name it, we probably did it well. And you name it, and we probably did it bad. And so it was kind of a very up and down night as far as our level of execution, fundamentals, and different things like that. At some time, and that's what I told him. I said, man, sometimes we're so daggone good, but then there's other times we look, really bad. And I said, this now we're getting into the part of the season that really matters, the season within the season, district play. And I said, we've got a lot of things to work on this week if we're going to give more a game because, they're loaded with athletes. They got a quarterback that likes to run all over the place like this guy did and extend plays. And then they've got, a running back that's, rushed for 300 and something yards in 3 games. And they like to run outside. They're running toss right, toss left. Yep. And they're, to be quite frank, we just haven't been great on the edge, and that's something that we're going to have to really work on this week. We're playing some guys that are probably truly out of position at defensive end. I think Evan Hasty is built like a 5, but he is ultra aggressive and jumps inside a lot, and that's his issue is he comes inside too much because they give him the inside and he doesn't realize that's where they want him to go, and then they get outside of him. And then our other guys are probably more defensive tackles that we're trying to play at defensive end, and they're just not speedy enough for some of these outside runs. And so we're going to have to look at that and maybe see if there's, a different way that we want to play some things to try to help with outside runs and containing quarterbacks and running backs. Because that, all the way back to the scrimmage, that gave us some problems. And that felt like the following week we did really well at it. But, Edmonson County's a lot like us. Athleticism, we match up well with them. They had a couple guys tonight that were, that quarterback is extremely athletic, does a really good job extending plays and moving around and then finding, and then when you're in coverage for that long, it becomes difficult to keep track of people. And so, it will be a good learning game for us come Monday. We'll review the film with the guys and talk about things we need to do different and better, and then move on and get ready for more, and and get ready for the part of the season that really matters as far as whether we're playing in November or on the road or home and all those different things. So we really got to lock in and do better than we did tonight in all phases of the game. We gave a couple big kickoff returns, so we got some improvement to do, but that's a good thing. We're 3-1, and you look at it and say that, hey, we've got areas to improve. So if we can do those things, I like our chances. Does
a learning game kind of excite you though as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
To an extent.
Yeah, in game. That is the fun part of the game. The teaching aspect of it. It just becomes very frustrating when you teach it and we don't get it, and you teach it and we don't get it, and you teach it and we don't get it, and trying to break some bad habits and things like that. When you feel like you're saying the same things over and over again, that's frustrating. But when they do it and it works, you're like, there it is, and
it's like your kids, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we got a lot of those things to do this week, of showing, hey, this is what you did and it didn't work and this is why, but this is what you need to do and you'll make this play. And then, hopefully we can go out on Friday night and execute those things, and they're successful doing it, and then we're successful as a group and we pick up a district win.
Caden tonight, I mentioned on our morning show, we do like a preview for the game, and I said, Caden hasn't had a bad season by any stretch, but he's been held in check because people know Caden Hanshaw, he's really good.
Yep.
And I kind of said today, I expected this to be a Caden Hanshaw game, and you kind of hinted at it a little bit in the open, and he's kind of patented that little spin move on the first contact in the backfield. He spun out of that, and I'd love to know what I don't know if you all keep this as a stat, his yards after contact, because I'm sure it would be a really high number today, but that's just who he is, isn't it?
Yeah, he was tough for them to tackle. I mean, there was a few times that we ran a few plays and they had a guy there that we didn't
for a loss.
That we didn't have blocked, and he just refused to be tackled. I'll be interested to look back on film, and was that a alignment thing where they had us outnumbered, or did we miss somebody and figure out why? But no, he had some very tough runs. The touchdown that he had down there on that end and on our sideline, there was an absolute wall of probably 4 or 5 of our guys, 4 or 5 of their guys, and he lowered his shoulder and just put it right in their backs and drove the pile into the end zone for a touchdown. And, that's a good, hard, tough run. And I'll be honest, I think that comes from, his increase in size. I don't know if he's quite as fast as he was last year, but I think he's more powerful and tougher to tackle. And so, he first contact rarely brings him down unless they get him really low and get him tripped up. But when he gets an opportunity to get the legs churning, hit him on a spin move, and different things like that, he's a tough tackle. He does a good job of playing with low pad level, so you can't really always get in on him. And, he bounces off a lot of things. And there was, like you said, there was a ton tonight of him, getting through initial contact and picking up additional yards. It was nice to watch him run like that tonight. Because like you said, he hasn't had a bad game in any of them, but he hadn't had that,
he hasn't had a game like tonight.
Yeah, he hadn't had that huge game yet. and it would have been much bigger, but we had the one touchdown called back for a block in the back, and so it I'll be curious to see what he ended with, because it seems like it should have been a ton tonight, but I'll be curious to see kind of where that finishes up.
Last thing, and I'll get you out of here real quick. You're now, in a way, I know he's walking up the stairs right now. He would always say you're 0-0 in a way right now, as you've got district play. What happened right now really doesn't mean anything. What Moore's done means nothing.
Yep.
You all are both 0-0. You were the underdog, I think, in a way last year of nobody kind of knew who you were. Now you're the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
People want to beat you, and I think even more mentioned that they wanted to beat you. How do you use this week and use a game like this, a learning game, to get ready and, to win the district? You got to start off 1-0 almost assuredly.
Yeah. I think I think our district, and we've seen it a little bit last year. I think I don't remember exactly who it was, but Moore beat Seneca but lost to North Bullitt, and it got kind of crazy behind us with everybody kind of beating everybody. And I think on any given night that our district kind of has that makeup. Seneca and Moore are going to be athletic enough. North Bullitt's going to be big and strong and powerful enough. And
Bullitt Central's got the quarterback too, that he's really
Central
good.
Throws it around and spreads you out and does some really good things and plays ultra aggressive on defense. So I think there's the makeup kind of for anybody to beat anybody. But that's kind of what we spoke on right before I walked up. I said, what we've done up to this point, I'm super glad that we're 3-1. I would have loved to have been 4-0, but I'm super glad that we're 3-1. But ultimately means nothing. And what matters is now what's coming up down the pipe with our district games, and that's going to determine, do we get an extended season? Do we get to play at home and host a playoff game again? These next 4 games is what determines kind of what this season will ultimately be judged on. You could be 6-4 and you go 0-4 in the district, and you're sitting at home the first week of November, and that would be no good, even though you've got a winning year. On the flip side of it, you could be 2007 or whatever it was, Paducah Tillman, and be 3-7 going into the playoffs and win a state championship.
Trinity did it a couple of years ago too, I know.
And so, these games coming up mean a whole lot more, for what our season is going to ultimately be. And, we're going to have to play really good football, because there is some ultra good athletes coming up in the games that we're going to be playing. Every one of them has got somebody that I would just consider a stud athlete. Moore's got the quarterback and the running back. Seneca's got a quarterback and a receiver. Bullitt Central's got the quarterback.
And a running back is pretty solid, I know.
North Bullitt's got a running back, goes about 240 and is built like a horse. That's just everybody's got somebody that can really hurt you. And
so do you.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think we got several guys that can hurt you on a given night. And, we had 2 games in a row there where Grayson was right around 100 yards receiving. Tonight, Caden Hanshaw's going to probably be, 150 yards or so rushing, I would guess. And that's the beauty, I think, of our team, is that, if this not's working, that probably is. And I think we're difficult to take everything away. If you want to take our pass game away, I think we can hurt you running the ball. You want to load up the box, I think we can hurt you throwing the ball. And I think our guys up front are getting better every week. We can't lose sight of the fact that we graduated 4 guys out of the front 5, and so every game is like still early in their playing career for those guys up front. And I think, like I said, I think they're getting better every week, and if they continue to improve, I like where we're headed. I feel like after tonight we've got to move in a hurry, because there's some things that we've got to really shore up before next week. But if we can do those things and kind of keep more contained, which I thought we did a really, really good job of last year, and it was probably one of their lower offensive performances in the season. And if we can do that, I think, we got a really good chance, because though our offense the last couple of weeks didn't put up a ton of points, I felt like we moved the ball and did some things that we wanted to do in those games. And again, I think tonight we moved the ball really well. 35 points is pretty good, and I think that we cost ourselves probably 2 more touchdowns. And that's what I told the guys. I said, I still got to do better. Even though we scored 35 points, I still feel like I can do a better job of some play calls and some places to keep drives going or to get drives in the end zone and different things like that. But all in all, it was, a win is the most important thing. A win over Butler is even better. And so we will, I told the guys, be proud of the win, watch this game back, and be ready to learn on Monday. But let's get to work and get ready for our district play and try to go back-to-back, something, that's never happened here. And that's kind of one of the things we've talked about with the team is they still got opportunities to do things that have never happened in Grayson County. And, and I hope that will be a motivator for them. Last year's team went down as second best record ever. This year's team could go down as the team that ran off 2 in a row. And
have the best record ever.
Yep. And so that would, that would be really awesome. And I'm just proud to be a part of it with this group. We knew going in that we were going to have some growing pains and some learning experiences losing the guys that we lost, because though we didn't have a large graduating class last year, they played a ton of positions, and man, were they really, really good at what they did. I still, when we play some teams this season, I've had some people talk about some of those guys out of that, and man, we're glad 6 and 4 graduated, which was Jaron and Kenton Cornwell. They're like, man, we just couldn't block those guys, and it's good to see those.
What a great
gone.
compliment.
And, and I'm like, here's 2 of the most undersized guys on the team, and people are happy to see them gone. And then people talk about how big we were up front last year and how well our offensive line played, and we're constantly getting compliments on that class, and I think these guys are doing a really good job of stepping in and every week getting a little bit better, filling those shoes. And now, now it's, the rubber's got to hit the road, and we've got to execute in these next 4 games, and hopefully, be in a similar situation we were last year. Be awesome to have some of those atmospheres that we had last season. That's something that still comes up when I talk to people in the community about our playoff games and the number of people and the Cougar Walk and just the experience of the atmosphere that was there for those kids. I want that to be like that every week for this community and for these players, because when you get to be 40, 50 years old, those are the things you'll remember. You probably won't remember. I couldn't tell you the score of probably any game I ever played in, but I can tell you some of the experiences in some of those games. And that's what the kids will remember, is these experiences that this community is providing for these kids. And, Cougar Walk and the hog trailer at the playoff game and different things like that. Those are the things they're going to remember. They're not going to remember what the score was. They may remember the overall record, but even that will be lost to an extent.
They probably couldn't tell you they beat in the playoffs. They
Yep.
probably couldn't right now if you
Yep.
asked them.
I agree 100%. But they will remember walking down that first time we did the Cougar Walk, and there was probably 150 yards we walked, and it was 2 or 3 or 4 people deep, loud as can be. The band's playing, the cheerleaders are there. They'll remember that till the day they die. And it gives me goosebumps right now just thinking about it. And I thought we did a really nice job week 1 against Edmonson County, kind of having a very similar experience. Now, that's Edmonson County. It's a big rival, and it was one of the biggest gates we've had at Grayson County. Now we got more coming in. We need to really ramp it up, and hopefully, we get a huge crowd out there. The weather's starting to get nice, because when that place is rocking and we play with a lot of energy, we play really well. And so that's my challenge to anybody that's out there listening. Show up Friday night and show out and get that place rocking. And, Moore's never been to Grayson County, so we need to give them a nice experience of what it's like to come down and play in Litchfield. And, they said the one team they want to beat's us, and they better pack a lunch.
Coach, congrats on the win. We'll see you next week.
Go Cougars.
That's head coach Brian Jones. More comes up after this.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. how to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Football on K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where Grayson County is a winner by a final score of, they turned the scoreboard off 35-29, I think was the final score here today. Time to give out our Hometown Hangout MVP from today's contest. And for us, we talked, I didn't make it a total dictatorship, but our Hometown Hangout of today's game, our Hometown Hangout MVP for today's game is, drumroll, Caden Hanshaw. Big game. He had the big interception on defense, 2 rushing touchdowns. We don't have his official numbers, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's well over 150 yards rushing, an interception, a pair of touchdowns. Good game for Caden Hanshaw. He is our Hometown Hangout MVP for today's game. To really wrap it up quickly, listen, if we really wanted to wrap this game up, we'd be here all night because there's so much to talk about. Touchdowns for Grayson County. We'll just go on that. 10-yard touchdown run by Colby Chaffins. A 36-yard touchdown run by Colby Chaffins. A 5-yard touchdown run by Caden Hanshaw. And a 61-yard touchdown run by Caden Hanshaw and a pair of field goals for Evan Hasty. Grayson County next week will be back at home against Moore. You heard Coach Jones. Let's pack it up, have a big crowd next week. Big reminder with that game, it'll be a 6:30 Central Time start. So our coverage will begin at 6 o'clock. That is a big thing. So it's 30 minutes earlier because you got a team coming from the Eastern Time Zone. So again, 6:30 will be the start time of the next 4 games. Will be 6:30 Central, whether it's in Litchfield or Louisville or Hillview, I think is technically where North Bullitt is. I think it's in Hillview. I don't know. It's way too late. So to wrap up our coverage here tonight, congrats to Caden Hanshaw as our Hometown Hangout MVP. I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was is Eli, I'm part elephant Smith. He's about to fall through the ceiling. He's apparently been trapped on the ceiling too long. It's because he's too afraid to come down the ladder. I don't know. And Simon Drain was your director, and luckily he's not complaining and he's not jumping up and down right now and throwing things at the coach. So that'll wrap up our coverage tonight on a night where Grayson County picks up a 35-29 win against Butler County. For the K105 crew, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.